A wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day?
Are you kidding me, Michael?
Planning how they're gonna do it all
I have to
over
spin
again
the wheel right away?
tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
Day after day.
We'll wait till the intro's done and then we'll spin the wheel.
Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today.
I did see you had a new video posted. I have not watched
So when
it
you
yet.
feel alone out there in the field,
Hudson Burner, hello.
remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today. Harvest tomorrow. All around the world, farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too. But sometimes it's about being at
Well,
the
Michael,
right
that's not
place
true.
at the right time.
I will be wearing my favorite hat until we spin the wheel. It'll just be the wheel first thing we see. This intro's too long. I need someone to make me a shorter intro. Maybe 2-minute intro. Holly, welcome. Okay. Little Blue Fairy.
Wise man once said
Welcome,
the best
Long Hauler.
lessons
Hello, everyone.
learned
Thanks
under
to
the
Michael, we
wide
have to
open
spin the
sky.
wheel here, so. Can I just kill the intro? Can I just
I
end
think
it?
the same thing can be said about our art.
No, I can just click on it and kill the
Yeah,
intro.
it can be
I
messy.
don't have to keep doing the
It's
intro. Right?
always beautiful.
You guys okay if I kill the intro?
So beautiful it
Let's
can
go.
help you see yourself and the world.
Good
and all.
morning, everyone. Intro has been killed. All right. I'm wearing my favorite hat, Michael, right now. But thanks to Michael, we're going to spin the wheel here. Here we go. Oh, I'm already scared. I'm already scared. Well, that's okay, Long Hauler. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. That's better than the other options. Hey, Ivy. Long Hauler, as long as you gave me a thumbs up and just came in and said hi, I'm happy too with just that. Christmas Fedora, where are you? All right. There you go, Michael. The Fedora out for the win. All right, let's actually play. On pause. Multiplayer. PC only. Come on in. Cutting grass right now. We've also got way in the background. We got combines out on the field. We have to do more harvesting. We got a lot of work to do. How's it going, Reaper? Let's start with this. Fire the sucker up. So we're running a Massey Ferguson 35X construction paint job version. I'm doing fabulous, Reaper, and we're running the Ford cutter with the red paint job. We have a second Ford cutter with a blue paint job, but this one's got the red paint job. We're gonna cut some grass. Need grass for the sheep. Lots and lots of grass. Reaper, yeah, I'm doing fabulous. It's been an interesting week. Whew. It's been an interesting week. It's been interesting. Highways are closed all over the place. 4 major events in 1 week. Flooding. What's first? Oh, the roof leak. Oh, yeah. The roof leak. Flooding. Truck spinning out beside me, almost crashing into me. Delivery load denied. And then I fired a different truck driver. I stopped at CVSE or DOT. It's been an eventful week. It's been an eventful week. Hang on, is vertical up and running? Is that better? Is that a better view, vertical? Let me. Why is this not working? Let me. There, now I can see. Okay. No, lower that. Lower that. If anybody wants the stories, I can tell the stories. It'll be quite the stories. Unless you just want me to shut up and farm. It's up to you. We'll see. The first vote is. I can see Michael just say, "Shut up and farm." Yep, I think that's the same thing here, Reaper. The roads have been bad. Really, really bad. My buddy was in North Dakota and showed pictures of all the big rigs rolled over in the ditches thanks to the black ice on the road and the wind. Only thing I don't like of this Massey Ferguson is how it shifts gears. It's really, really clunky. Really clunky. But other than that, it's a really good tractor. See the 2 combines way out in the background. The field way out there. My week was uneventful. Nobody cares. Michael's weather is more eventful than my week, so. It's snowing there right now. It's been raining here. And raining a lot over here. Everyone, a bad A in a truck until the BOL says mid-grade nitroglycerin. You know what? That would be an interesting haul. I'm not saying I would enjoy that, but I've driven up beside trucks in my personal vehicle, read the placard and go, oh, F no, let's get out of here. We're not hanging around anywhere near that truck. I'm like, that's a driving bomb. Literally looked at the placard. I'm like, whoa, don't hang out next to him. Do not want to be anywhere near that dude. Nina's like, hello, I'd like to hear about your week. Thanks, Nina. Nina loves me. Why can't you join my game? I did add a mod, yes. It's on Mod Hub, so it should be an easy one. What is a black card? I have no idea. Oh, plaque card. Plaque card. The diamond on the side of big rigs. Very important. A lot of information in plaque cards. Michael goes, I love you sometimes. I've hauled very little hazmat, and when it has been hazmat, it's been like glue. So nothing deadly. I used to be a firefighter. I dealt with quite a bit of hazmat there. Well, okay, since Jess brought it up first, I forgot about that one, honestly. I know, but I didn't realize that was this week. It's been such a long week. So we got to Castlegar. It's just pouring rain outside. And we parked near our customer, on our customer's yard, near the delivery spot. Parked over there for a night. And Jess goes, what's that sound? We were in our bunker ready, getting ready to sleep. She goes, what's that sound? It sounds like it's leaking inside. It wasn't leaking inside. It was raining inside. Where the CB radio is mounted, there's a drawer that comes out. I pulled that drawer out, and it just splashed water all over me. That drawer was just full of water. Just full of water. I had to put a little plastic bag over there, all the electrical wiring, everything, and just pouring water inside the truck. So apparently I've sprung a leak in the roof. Probably one of the marker lights. It was just, once the pour was done, it just kept raining, drip, 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 drip everywhere. So we put a towel on the dashboard and then had a little plastic bag redirect the water to the dashboard. How's it going, Sarah? Freezer, plastic bag. It worked. So the truck's in the shop to get that fixed right now. And while driving, it didn't really leak. Usually only leaking when I was parked at a slight downhill. And boy, oh boy, did it leak. I got pretty wet, but while driving, it didn't. It was fine. It was just, the towel was definitely soaking wet in the morning. So that was problem one. It's been raining really hard. What happened was last weekend we got a lot of snow up in the mountains. So the summits and stuff, a lot of snow on the mountains. Yeah, Gravy, I don't know why that comment would be held for review. I guess YouTube thinks there's sexual innuendo in that comment. YouTube AI is so bad. So what happened this week with all the heavy rain, like abnormal amount of like half a foot of rain. That's how much rain we've gotten. The problem is it's not just half a foot of rain. All that snow getting hit by rain is making all that snow almost insta melt overnight. And that means floods, mega floods, mega floods. As we were delivering our load in Chilliwack, the chipper or the customer I was delivering at was sending their staff home due to flooding. It's like, just go home, guys. You can't work. There's too much flooding going on at the property. Electrical rooms were getting flooded out. So they sent their staff home as I was unloading. And then I loaded there and then headed into Langley. Come on, why? I want you back up. Headed to Langley, got a load there. And as I was leaving town, driving through Bridal Falls, the water was getting so deep that cars were stalling. They were basically hydro-locking. They had all the water coming into the intakes and wiring. So probably writing off so many cars. And that wasn't even bad from the photos I've seen after. So we had no problem getting through, but they were literally closing the highways down behind us due to flooding. Yep. Oh, really? There was a big homeless RV camp over there, and I'm like, they're in trouble. That homeless RV camp is in trouble. Apparently it's gone. The whole homeless RV camp has been washed away. We were driving by and I could see they've built these little embankments, gravel embankments or rock embankments, so that when these little mudslides come down, they hit the embankments and go sideways instead of mudslides coming over the road. I was driving by and I'm like, dude, the water is right to the top of those embankments. I'm like, as soon as the water crests that embankment, it's going to wash that away, erode it away, and then the mudslides are going to close the highway. I'm like, holy smokes. And then I've seen the pictures of the mudslides. It's literally closed highways down. There's going to be highways that are closed for weeks. At a point there was no way of getting out of Lower Mainland. There was this is happening in Washington too. There was a point, hey Joey, there was a point where there was no way of getting out of the Lower Mainland. Highway 1 was closed. Highway 7 was closed. I-90 is closed. I-5 is closed. Pemberton through Whistler to Cache Creek closed. Highway 5 closed. Highway 8 closed. Everything is closed and flooding out and washing out, eroding. Highway 3 closed. We were climbing Highway 5 and it was snowing at the top after the Bear snow shed. It was snowing up there and I had my lockers on, heavy load, pulling up, no problems. Here comes another Super B passing me. The passing lane it's 3 lanes wide, but we're really using 2 lanes because how bad the conditions are. The truck starts passing me, and right beside me goes all sideways and starts jackknifing and spinning out. I'm like, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I stayed on the throttle and kept going forward. And he was all sideways behind me and got in my lane behind me, closed the highway behind me. So they closed the highway behind me, leaving the Lower Mainland, and now they're closing the highway behind me on Highway 5. They briefly put chain up on after that, but then closed it again. So I was literally just escaping. I was like the last truck or the last 2 trucks getting out in a couple of locations. I'm like, holy smokes. So I drove to Merritt, and then from Merritt, I fueled up in Merritt, and then drove 2.5 hours over the connector. Slippery, so slippery. 2.5 hour over there and was ready to deliver in Kelowna the next morning. Pulled into the customer yard in Kelowna. My load got denied. It was their load. They ordered it, but they wanted to be delivered directly to the customer, like in a private, or not at the construction site. So basically, all this lumber they have ordered is special ordered for a construction site and want it delivered straight to the construction site and not at their site. You know where the construction site is? 2.5 hours over back where I fueled up. Over that incredibly slippery mountain where there were pickups and cars and rolled over all over the place. And semis spun out on the ice. So I'm like, oh, that miserable highway. You want me to do that miserable highway again? Okay, I'll go do that miserable highway again. So that's what we did. Went over and did it again. So, load denied. It's the first time I've had a load denied, I think. It's the first time I can remember it anyway. So that was fun. Then we got reloaded in Merritt, and then we headed to Castlegar. When I got to Grand Forks, I caught up with this Kino. Kino is the trucking company driver. And I was going to pass him, but then he sped up. I'm like, that's kind of annoying, but I'll just duck in behind him. And then I'm just like, whoa, buddy. He crossed the center line, oncoming lane. I'm like, and Jess goes, yeah, he's been doing that the whole time. I'm like, and sure enough, every corner was like a surprise to him. Every corner was like, wide corner. It was either oncoming or almost in the ditch. Every single corner. I'm like, dude, like, we got no cell service here, but I got a video running, and I told Jess, look up the cell phone number or the phone number for the scale. Once we're over the pass, there's a scale down there, because I want to call them and get them to stop this truck because he's in front of me. Stop that truck. I have video evidence of this guy being very dangerous on the road. But we got to, as we're climbing Polson, I passed him, and I'm like, okay, perfect, we're in front of him now. I'm just going to stop at the scale and report him. But got to the top, did the brake check, and at the brake check, here comes that truck, full speed right by. It's illegal to not stop at a brake check and well, long hauler, delivery denied. I get paid for that. No difference to me. I get paid for all that extra mileage. So that extra delivery, I have to do the math on how much time it took to go from Merritt to Kelowna and back to Merritt. I have to do the math on how much time that took, and I'll get paid by the hour for that. So that'll be 7+ hours. Yeah, 7 hours extra pay. So how many kilometers is the connector? Highway 97C. I don't know how many kilometers it is. Yeah, 97C is up by Logan Lake too. I don't know how long the connector is, but it's very slippery and very high pass. Lots of snow. Joey watching the Weather Channel, but all the flooding in the Lower Mainland. Yeah, and the mudslides. It's nasty. So yeah, he blew the brake check, and I have that on video. I'm like, okay, we need that phone number again, because now he's in front of us. And coming down the Polson, there's actually 2 brake checks. Yeah, long hauler, definitely get paid for that, or else I'd be angry. Oh, I'd be so angry. I would refuse. I would take this. I had the straps off already. I'm charging for that time too, because I unstrapped and had to restrap. Yeah, I would have unstrapped and then I cranked the donut and unloaded it myself. Hey, sure noob. But anyway, as we were coming down the mountain from this, and every corner still took up like a third of the oncoming lane. It was scary. I'm doing awesome, sure, noob. Huh? Sure, noob. Yeah, you might as well just go back a little bit and rewatch what we were talking about because it's story time. Coming down the mountain, came to the second brake check, and I'm already signaling to turn off, and he's not. He's just going. He's going to blow this brake check too. Get around the corner, and all of a sudden he sees this pickup with flashing lights in the brake check, and he kind of crapped his pants and quickly pulled into the brake check. And I came up beside, instead of pulling in behind to do the brake check, I came up beside him and then turned my truck in front of him, blocked him in. The logging truck in front of me is like, what the heck is that you doing? I blocked that driver in. So he can't go anywhere. He could back up, but he can't go anywhere. I jumped out, took pictures of his license plate, took pictures of him, his truck, his trailer. When I went to the back to take pictures of his trailer license plate, he actually put it in reverse, pretended he was going to back me over. Enough to be a threat, but not actually a danger. So I took pictures of all of that, and then I asked him, why'd you blow the brake check? And he's like, oh, because I was already past it when I saw it. I'm like, there's signs everywhere. And I'm like, okay, then why were you driving all over the highway? It's like, why? Every corner, your oncoming lane, just weaving all over the place. And he goes, oh. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I got pictures. I jumped back in my truck and drove down the hill and stopped at the scale. Showed him video and photos, and he goes, we've had reports from this company, Kino, for a while now. You're the first one with photos. He was almost giddy happy with all the photos. He goes, thank you so much. He goes, can I have your name and phone number, please? Because I might need more information. And then he tells the other officer, if you see a Kino truck coming through here, stop him immediately. And she goes, okay, will do. We finish talking, and then I drive away. Half an hour later, he calls me and goes, because Kino turned off in Castlegar and didn't actually make it to the scale, right? But they delivered to the post office. So half an hour later, he came past the scale and he pulled him in. And the officer called me and goes, hey, this guy's denying everything that he didn't do anything illegal. So I don't have anything to stand on. He goes, are you willing to go to court and be a witness for me in court? And I'm like, absolutely. And I'm like, and I've got better video on my dash cam that I can show him blowing the brake check. He goes, okay, perfect. He goes, if you get me the better video of like that, I can prove it's Kino that blew the brake check. I'm like, yep, I have that video. I can prove it. He goes, perfect. I'm going to write him a ticket for blowing the brake check then. I'm like, awesome, thank you. I'm like, oh, that's the end of that. At least he got a ticket for it, right? That's not the end of that. Far from the end of that. Over 3 hours later, CVSE calls me and goes, all right, I'm finally done with that customer. I'm like, whoa. Imagine being inspected by CVSE for over 3 hours. Good morning, James. He just goes, that driver's brake check ticket that I initially wrote him is the least of that driver's concern. He just goes, what? Because you made that tip, you stopped and handed in that tip for a bad driver. He goes, the deeper I kept digging, the scarier it got. The more we found the out of services on the truck itself. So the truck isn't safe to be on the road. The hours that this trucker driver's been driving, and he goes, the deeper we dug, he goes, I can't get into it. He goes, because it's going to be a more deeper investigation. Basically, they're going after the company. And then I go, what about the driving school that he went to? And he goes, I can't talk to you about that at all, and kind of snickers. I'm like, oh, I'm reading between the lines here. And he just basically goes, don't worry, after today, the roads are going to be much safer. basically reading between the lines. He kept giving me little hints like that. It goes, I can't tell you anything, but, and then he goes, unrelated to this, blah, starts talking about stuff. He goes, yeah, when a driver drives all night and all day and has been on the road for 24 hours, you tend to dig even deeper. So this guy's been driving way illegal hours. We're allowed to drive 13 hours in a day. That's probably why he was all over the place and every corner was a surprise for him. He's tired. That driver is so tired. And then the driver was lying through his teeth. He said it was his first day driving ever. And it's not. He's been driving for years. So he's lying through his teeth. It's like CVSE. They probably got away with lying to them before, but because they're digging in deeper now, they're like, wait a minute. This isn't your first day. We have all this proof over here. You've been driving for years. So they kept digging in deeper. He goes, the deeper I went, the more interesting it got, he said. So, yeah, and going after the company, going after the driving school, and reading between the lines. That guy no longer has a driver's license, at least not a commercial vehicle driver's license. I don't know if he got arrested there or not. He couldn't tell me, but he just goes, because I kept asking questions and that let him give me hints, read between the line hints, because I just kept asking questions. And he just goes, it's exciting. He honestly sounded so giddy on the phone. He goes, it's honestly really exciting. Because that little tip that you gave us for a dude blowing brake check, he goes, the amount of tickets, he goes, when I called you last time, if you're willing to go to court, he goes, don't worry, you're not going to court. He goes, he won't be disputing that little ticket. He goes, that is by far the least of his concerns. Something we were going to take so seriously and go to court, he goes, we don't even have to really worry about that one anymore. Because everything else is so much worse. So, yeah, apparently a dangerous driver. And basically, they run for the post office and they have appointments they have to keep or else they get big fines. With all the roads closed due to the flooding, because Joey keeps saying you watch the Weather Network, all the flooding we're getting. All the flooding, all the roads closed. He started the night before and finally got through all the road closures and then just kept driving to try to make up for the late appointments. He's still trying to make up for the late appointments. A section of highway that normally takes 30 minutes to drive between Hope and Chilliwack now takes 4 to 5 hours. So Reaper, US and Canada right now have a serious issue. It's called Truckers Inc. That's what they're naming it. Where people are just buying their driver's licenses. There's a huge corruption issue where there are fake driver tests. There are testers out there that take payoffs right now. So there's a lot of people paying for the driver's license. That's why when I mentioned the school he went to, he kind of giggled and goes, I can't talk about that. Basically, this is an ongoing, he said, I can't talk about that ongoing investigation, and did a little giggle thing. It's like, yeah, that school is screwed. Whoever gave him a driver's license, they're looking for those people. They're not even so concerned about this driver running illegally on. What they're really happy about is I gave them ammunition to go after the school. I gave them ammunition to go after whoever gave this guy his driver's license. That's the big win. So yeah, it's been an exciting week. It's been an exciting week. So Michael, was your week still more interesting than mine? Yeah, well, I highly recommend when you see somebody unsafe on the road, report them. Just report them. Like, often a report won't go anywhere. Even CVE, even the officer said, often when we get these reports, we'll pull that person in every time. He goes, we'll pull the person in and have a conversation with them, but often it turns out that was their only mistake they've ever made, and they just didn't know. Like, he goes, we had a guy that we pulled in just 2 weeks ago that blew a brake check, was reported for blowing a brake check, and the guy is from out of province and literally just didn't know that brake checks were a place that they had to stop. He didn't get his drivers in British Columbia. Only British Columbia in Canada really has legal brake checks, so he just didn't know. So we didn't give him a ticket. We just educated him and go, if we ever catch you again blowing a brake check, then you're going to get a big ticket, right? So I think it's a $200 and some ticket. Duke is in the house. So, yes. No, I'm just trying to catch up on comments. Yeah? Okay. What's the problem? You want more chickens, okay. Jess wants more chickens, no surprise. You want more cows too. All right. Okay, Duke says, late again. Gonna fire me up and booting up and loading in. Duke is coming on in. Joey says, my grandpa got his license at a grain elevator in 1944. You know what, though? Joey, back then, you didn't need driving schools to teach common sense. Your trainers, your companies taught drivers common sense, right? So that's not so important. Or that's a lot more important now because companies no longer train their drivers properly. Used to be that companies used to train their drivers. Reaper says, my week was boring as heck. James says there's still guys writing 2 logbooks these days. Well, with e-logs. So e-logs fixes that, right? Right? Really, right? E-logs. It's electronic. You can't fake it. You can't edit it. E-logs fixes it. You can't run 2 logbooks. Or can you? What if your company hires 2 people with different names and you're just... But there's only actually 1 person. Stuck at 99% again. Ugh. So there are companies out there companies are issuing 2 logins for your e-log. So you drive your 13 hours, you log out, go off duty and say you're in the sleeper, and then you log in as the other person and then continue driving. I remember back when it was called a Class 5 driver license. Make sure you don't touch your mouse or anything when it's loading. It's... Duke, I even bought your tractor. Oh, yep. What? Oh, Jess says validate your files. Michael, how do you know they were driving 65 miles per hour down your road? Did it make the news and they have radar proof? The police gave them a ticket? So we call it a Class 1 driver's license in British Columbia. It's a Class A driver's license in the U.S. I think it's class 1 all across Canada, I think. Maybe no, Ontario calls it something else. It's class 1 here. Or just a CDL. You can just call it a CDL, commercial driver's license. So, Michael, you're just bullshitting us. You have no idea how fast the car was going. Synchronizing? We never got synchronizing the first time, so it's better already. So what Michael does actually know is there was a car that was doing excessive speeding on his street. No other proof than my eyes think it was 65 miles an hour. Well, that seems to be a problem, Michael. You need to fix that. You need to try to expand that to 4 minutes of no BSing. And Jess is requesting 5 minutes of no BS. I used to have a commercial driver's license, but I have never had a class 1, 2, 3, or 4. What? So you had a class 5 with certifications on it? Hang on, how does that work, James? You didn't have to have a logbook either because you were doing short distance. How did they do a donut between the median if they were driving that fast? You can't do that at that speed. Michael, my ball hat detector is going off. Still at 99%. Okay. Does that sometimes. You know, I validated my files 2 weeks ago. So this is only the second time I've played since I validated the files. Did buying your favorite tractor break the game? I mean, Jess joined just fine, so... I had a class 5 drivers but needed to take commercial drivers medical test because you had the commercial heavy trailer endorsement. Got it. Okay, so the commercial heavy trailer endorsement means you have to do a medical. Okay, I didn't know that. Now you just have class 5 and class... What's motorcycle? 6? Is that class 6? Because I have, or is that motorcycle an endorsement? Well, Joey, technically just class 2. Class 2 just covers 3, 4, and 5 as well. So you always, the way the government looks at it, you have two, you only have 2 classes. So class 5 and 6, or a class 1 and a 6, right? Oh, class 7 and 8 are new drivers and learner drivers. Okay. I didn't actually know that. So technically I have a class 1 and a class 6 driver's license. But essentially, it is just I have every single driver's license available. If it's legal on the road, I can drive it in Canada, US, and Mexico. And some other British countries. So Belize, I can drive anything that's legal on the road too. Your dad was a school bus driver, but you hated it because you never missed the bus? Oh, that sucks. You can never miss the bus. Darn, that's a terrible... That is terrible. Can't get out of school that way. I guess my story is over. We went from 10 people watching to 0, according to YouTube. How you guys doing on Vertical? Hello, Vertical. Hello, Sarah. Hello. Anyone out there on Vertical? Are you really there? If you don't comment, are you really actually there? There you go. Wes Kootenay just said hi on Vertical. It doesn't make sense that you have a class 2 or 4. It doesn't make sense. Yes. Okay, so you're saying if you're going to get a class 2, you might as well just get a class 1. You're going through all of this school to get a class 2. You might as well just go for the class 1. Oh, but a class 2 doesn't actually give you a class 3? What? Oh, that's weird. So class 2 doesn't cover a class 3, but a class 1 covers class 3? Michael, what are you getting for lunch? I could go for some lunch. Jess says he did it on purpose not to fall for it. Oh, I mean, I'm not hungry yet. I can go for food. I'm just not hungry. What's wrong with eating? And class 2 is for driving ambulance. Okay. But if you have a class 2, you can't drive taxis or buses? So class 3 is taxis and buses. What's class 4? So wait, am I wrong that class 1 does not cover the other ones? I'd be grossed out if you told me what you're eating for lunch. Why? Is it bananas? Is it McDonald's? You disgust me, Michael. Nina goes, what time is it here? It is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. For Michael, it's 12 a.m. No, 12 p.m. It's noon for Michael. Come on. So class 4s is taxis, lemos. Okay, so taxis is in there. That's what I thought. I'm like, I thought class 1 covers everything. Because I'm like, part of class 1 was learning about buses, learning about taxis. That was all part of that class. I'm like, I was pretty sure that covered those. Can you get a class 1 without an air brake endorsement? Is there any big rig that doesn't use air brakes? Reaper goes, I'm stuck going out to lunch at Olive Garden. And I'm not a big pasta fan. Olive Garden has stuff that's not super pasta related, though. You can get some other good foods at Olive Garden that isn't pasta. I've even gone to the pasta factory, and there's good food that doesn't have to be pasta. I'm not a pasta fan. Just like you, Reaper. I could do without pasta. Now Jess wants pasta. Joey goes, James, you're right all about... Joey, don't tell James he's right about everything. His head's big enough as it is. I mean, James is pretty darn super talented, but don't tell him I said that. A big rig with all electric brakes. Oh, that'd be weird. Because there would be safety issues with that. The thing is with air brakes, if you have a brake failure, it just locks everything up. The only way air brakes fail is if you overheat them. And that's why I think all trucks and semi-trailers should all be disc brakes. Period. Make it a law that semi-trucks and all semi-trailers, new ones being built, must be disc brakes. The runaway lanes would no longer be useful. There would be no need for runaway lanes ever again. Driving a funeral car? Probably class 5. I don't think you need special driver's license for a funeral car. Maybe you need taxi because often the funeral car has the family of that person in the same vehicle. So maybe taxi. So that would be what, class 4? Or no, class 2? No, you are definitely charging them. They're paying customers. Oh, so, okay, so if the electrical system failed, it would lock up the brakes. Okay, that makes sense. So it's just like the air system. The air system, without the air, all the brakes are locked up. Without electricity, all the brakes are locked up. So the air unlocks the brakes, and the electricity unlocks the brakes. Okay, yep, no, that'd be safe. That would be safe. I just thought of something I've never thought of before. Automatic slack adjusters. If I overheated my drum brakes, couldn't I pump my brakes and it would adjust my automatic slack adjusters, expanding the brakes closer to the drum? If I pumped my brakes, the automatic slack adjusters should adjust the brakes and go, oh, there's too much room here. Let's make that tighter, right? Because it's mechanical. Because that's how I adjust my brakes now. At brake checks, I will pump my brakes so that the brakes are tighter. That's a pasta brand. Okay, let's see if Duke can join this time. Come on, 99. Let's get past 99. Instead of 6-7, will be 9-9. It would weld them together because they're so hot. Well, it would break. That you'd just slow down if you weld them together. Okay, so yeah, good point, long hauler. So if they're so hot you've glazed your brakes, they're just slippery glass anyway. So, and at the speed you're going downhill, the weight you're going down the hill, even with the automatic slack adjuster, you've glazed the brakes. And because you've glazed the brakes, they're just butter now.
Sorry about the echo.
Hey, there we go.
I don't know what I did, but it's working.
You know what? It's all the mods. All the mods break the files, and we have to verify our files on this game way too often. As we get to newer years, there's more stable mods that should fix the problem as we go through the years, but for now, we'll just put up with it. I did buy your tractor.
Oh, which one? Oh, the M.
Yep. Got the M in the garage. It's only like 50 horsepower, but it'd be useful on the farm still.
I always love that M. Is this going to be silage, or are we making hay?
This is neither. This is hay. Not even. Yeah, that's just straight grass. We're gonna bale this straight into grass. It's going for cheap.
Okay. Would you like it raked into windrows?
Sure. Just remember the way the baler works. We want the windrows. We want to windrow a little bit and then bale it and then windrow more.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And then there's also the combines are still on the fields, and yeah, there's so much to do. Pick a job. It's all up for.
Oh yeah, there's harvesting yet.
Oh yeah.
I'll get that finished.
There are so many jobs on here. You can do what you want. You can rake, you can bale, you can harvest, you can. Yeah, there are options. I'm looking at a video I found posted in Discord. People using runaway ramp for sledding. Holy crap! Death wish. People are so stupid. People just assume runaway lanes never get used. They get used a lot more often than you think. They get used on a yearly basis. The chances of dying parking in a runaway lane are not zero. Viruses are still a thing on PC. I guess I've just gotten smarter and not clicked on garbage anymore. I just haven't had a virus in forever. It's been forever since I've had a virus. Maybe I just don't go to those websites anymore. Maybe that's it. I got married and didn't need those websites anymore.
I got a few people that hate it when I say that, but if you're not playing a lot of games, like this game requires Windows. If you're just checking emails, banking, money, go Linux.
Yes, yes.
Just get Linux.
If it wasn't for games, I would be Linux. Yes. Literally, the only reason I'm still on Windows is because of games. Linux is just so much better in so many ways.
It just works. It just works.
Did you see the?
It takes a little time to get used to. It takes a little getting used to. But I've never gotten a virus with Linux.
Did you see LTT had Linus, the creator of Linux, on their show?
I'm a little behind on his channel. I got to get caught up.
Yeah. Linus and fake Linus talking to each other. Linus, the Linux creator, is super awkward person, right? So, but it was a super interesting interview, building a computer while basically interviewing him. It was kind of neat. But he's definitely not comfortable in front of a camera. And the amount of work he still does. He goes, I still compile Linux on like a regular basis. Like he compiles the whole Linux on a couple times a week, right? It's like he's still working on it.
I think what scares a lot of people, and even I'm a little overwhelmed and intimidated, is there's so many different versions of Linux.
Yes. Yeah,
It's
which
one
version
do
do I
pick?
want, right? Yeah.
I would say, this is my personal opinion, anybody that just wants to try it for the first time, I would say Mint.
Mint?
It's probably the closest you're going to get to the Windows feel.
But even just saying
Linux
those
Mint.
words, it scares half the people away already.
Yeah. Or Ubuntu. But yeah, there's like, I don't know, 50 different versions of Linux, and it gets pretty complicated and crazy fast.
Yeah, I was debating putting Linux on my laptop. But Googled a bit about it, and it's like, some of the software I use is not super friendly with Linux. I'm like, maybe not. But I like the idea.
Yeah, well, and that Linux is compatible with a lot of older hardware.
Yes.
You know, if you
yeah.
got, you know. So if you got an old computer or PC you don't want to throw away, and you just want to still be able to use it for basic internet, it works great.
Yeah, Joey, I'm subscribed to both of those channels that you suggested. I haven't watched any. I don't have time, but I've subscribed to both of those channels. Both look really interesting. Long hauler, -4 Celsius outside, and the white stuff is falling. I think Nina said it's snowing outside too, or somebody else said it was snowing outside.
That's about what my temperature is right now.
Ivy said it was
-4,
snowing outside.
-5.
Nina just installed Linux on their old PC, and with the help of AI Gemini. Or use the AI to help you install Linux. Oh, that's almost a good idea. Ask AI questions, making good use of AI. So Ivy is snowing. Long hauler snowing. It is plus 5.6 degrees Celsius here in, I like to say, in Canada, because it just confuses people. It's like, what do you mean it's so much warmer in Canada than... It's like, it's snowing like crazy in the US, but here in Canada it's plus 6 degrees Celsius. We live in the bottom of valley, squished between mountains, and it just stays warm down here. The rest of the country is freezing, while we're kind of spoiled. Trucker Josh, yep. Um, I have issue with Trucker Josh. He brings too many of his politics into his show. And I don't even mind the politics in the show, except he's so negative sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to watch somebody so negative. I want to watch positive streamers. So that's my only issue with Trucker Josh is the negativity, the anger to the other side, right? And who cares who the other side is? And if you disagree with him, then you're wrong, right? It's like, I like people where you can disagree and not be wrong. Wes Kootenai goes, no, it's minus 20 in Canada, and you're playing in Farm Sim inside an igloo. That's right. When we lived in Manitoba, was it June or July, we had these Americans come up from the U.S. into Winkler, Manitoba. My sister worked at a convenience store gas station. And they had their snowmobiles on the trailer. And literally asked, how much further do we have to go to get to the snow? It's like, it's June or middle, it's the summer. We don't have snow down here. But my sister, being pretty on top of it, just goes, don't worry, just keep heading north. Just a little further. You're almost there. Just keep heading north. Maple syrup is not accepted here, Jess.
What? Maple syrup not accepted? I thought maple syrup was accepted everywhere in Canada.
Even as currency. Yeah, it'd be super interesting to see how far north they would keep going. And it's like, you came to Canada in the summer looking for snow. I'm like, are people really that stupid? People are uneducated. We had, here Michael, we had some Texans. We were at Hell's Gate Canyon, taking the tram down to the other side of the river. Like the air tram, whatever it's called, and had these Texans definitely just kind of whispering between themselves and going, I'm really surprised how good English these people speak up here in British Columbia. Like, they were just in awe of how well Canadians spoke English. I'm just like, what the fuck now? It's like, They had no problem understanding Canadians because Canadians spoke English really well. I'm like, what were you expecting? Where was I loading? Was that in Montana? I loaded in Montana. And I started talking with another driver while we were loading. Hang on, Long Hauler Girl, have you played the game Monbozu? Never heard of it. Talking to the driver in Montana, loading, and all of a sudden he realized I was Canadian. He goes, oh, wow. He goes, you're from Canada? He goes, man, your accent is really good. For a Canadian, like, I can understand you really well. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, most of the Canadians, they have such a thick accent, I can't understand them. I'm like, we talk just like you guys do in the U.S. And then I started digging some more, and he was like from New York, and only Canadians he had ever met before were from Quebec, and they had the thick Quebecois French accent, right? So he assumed all Canadians spoke like that. And he goes, I had deliveries going to Canada, but I always deny them because I'm afraid I won't be able to speak English. I won't be able to understand the Canadians. I'm like, dude, you're fine. Take the loads to Canada. Most of Canada can understand you just fine. So, I guess people just don't know. Even here on live stream, people come in here, everybody just assumes we're American. West Kootenai, I'm outside a trail, and it's exactly the same conditions as Penticton right now. It's supposed to hit +8 on Monday. Yeah, it's all the rain, right? It's all the rain. I was delivering in Grand Forks, and the forklift driver was complaining how cold his fingers were. I'm like, dude, we're in the middle of December. Winter is a month late. Don't complain about how cold your fingers are. If anything, complain that your fingers aren't cold enough, because we're screwed next year if we don't get any snow. I've been to Newfoundland, Jams, and had no issues in Newfoundland. A couple of people had a bit of a thicker accent. We drove through Quebec. The Quebecois accent wasn't terrible. I understood most people clearly. People always say Quebecers are very rude to you because you don't speak English, but it's your fault. Because guess how we approach Quebec? We visit Quebec and we walk up to somebody and we go, hey, can you speak English? They find that super rude. They're going to treat you like you disrespected them. Instead, walk up to a Quebecois person and go, I'm sorry, I don't speak French. Can you help me? Now it's your fault instead of their fault. You're not accusing them of not being able to speak English. You're apologizing for not speaking their language. And we had no issues. Although, James, there is an accent I had a very hard time understanding. Very hard. Imagine a thick Newfoundland accent. He's working in Fort McMurray, and he is training a new Canadian. He's a fresh immigrant from India. Imagine a Newfie accent training a Indian accent. I just told him, I know you think you're speaking English, but I don't understand a word you're saying. East Indian accent with a Newfie accent mixed together. I was lost. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Your English is different than my English. Vikings from Newfoundland have very deep voices. But yeah, Newfies teaching East Indians how to speak English. That was difficult. It's kind of fun, but it was difficult. Yeah, we visited the Viking village in Newfoundland. Super cool. Saw moose there too. The Viking village is kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a day trip to get there. There's a reason why not a lot of people visit the Viking village. It's out there. Yeah, it's the only official Viking landing. Like, it's been proven 100% that that's a Viking village. Yeah, we did. We did Anna Green Gables. Yeah, that was neat. I'm not a super big Anna Green Gables person, but I know my sisters all read the books and it was super cool. So I know a little bit about the history and the author and that stuff. So visiting Anna Green Gables, yeah, that's worth it. That's neat. It's a neat little place to visit. Oh, Jess is, did you buy this at? Jess bought this at Anna Green Gables. And there goes your bookmark. And autographed book from Anna Green Gables. Has the Anna Green Gables official stamp on the inside.
Nice.
So, highly recommend. It's worth it. If you're going to go to PEI, though, also find the Singing Sands beach. Weirdest beach I've ever... Just didn't find it impressive because Lake Michigan has Singing Sands, too. And Jess is like, well, I thought all beaches made that noise. I'm like, what? Beaches sing? When you walk through them, they squeak? It's like, what? Hey, Bella. Peggy's Cove? Yep. Because we've done Peggy's Cove, lighthouses, and the foghorns. You do not want to stand in front of a foghorn. We were standing behind the foghorn. My ears rang for... Those foghorns, I think they would do permanent damage if you stood in front of a foghorn. Yeah, we did a trip across Canada, and really what that did for us was unlocked places we want to visit and explore more. We just got a light taste of all of Canada and gone. We took a month to do that, and we were like, you need 2 years to do this. Which one is the haunted of the... I'm not sure, Joey. I don't think we visited a haunted lighthouse. But I want to. Huh? That's because they were running their own custom, most likely. So just stay to your side of the field and run your own GPS. And in the middle, there'll be a little awkward strip, but whatever. But if each person stays to their own side of the field, it doesn't matter what GPS you're using. I had a Newfie co-worker, and I could understand both of them when they talked to me, but when they talk to each other, so you had two Newfie co-workers. So they actually changed their accent when they were talking to each other. They talked in their mother tongue. It's almost like they need to learn a second language, right?
Also, just feel free to move the trucks more towards the middle of the field. I moved them up to my end because I thought I was doing it all myself. But if you want to move the trucks more to the center, so you don't have to go as far to unload. I got one on each end of the field to keep it as efficient as I could think to do it.
Drop the... I'm not even in... Discord's open, but I'm not on the page. I guess I can't really play the song because of copyright issues. We just gotten 2 new copyright claims against us this week that we have to go and look at. It's like, these videos are years old. Why are they getting copyright claims now? All right. Okay. But I can share a link. Hang on. Mute. I can go like this and share the link for everyone. But I definitely can't listen to it right now. Peggy's Cove is closed. Or no, it's close. Okay, Peggy's Cove is close to Humbards. You have friends in Humbards. Cool. Also, the Crazy Tides. What's that place called? Is that what you were literally looking up? There we go. Hopewell Rocks. Built Bay of Fundy. Oh man, Bay of Fundy. Oh, that's a place that is so cool. We came back and visited twice at low tide and high tide. It's neat walking the ocean floor and then come back and go, the ocean is literally here instead of way down there. Bay of Fundy. Oops. Highly recommend. Yep. Canada has got a lot to explore. Europeans always complain that Canadians and Americans don't go abroad and visit countries. It's like when Europeans visit other countries, they can drive there within 5 hours. In 5 hours, you can visit multiple countries. Here, it doesn't get you out of the province. It's like we do visit other countries. We do go abroad. We just do it in our own country. It's just that huge.
I think some people forget how big Canada really is. I mean, Canada's like, I think twice as big as the United States is.
Oh man, I saw arguments about that. There's a short, he was showing how big Canada is, and people are going, no, US is much bigger. You can go on a much longer road trip in the US than in Canada. I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Canada is massive compared to the US. US thinks that they're the biggest country out there, like, but and then compared to Canada, Russia is way bigger than Canada. It's like,
I think what throws people off is looking at a flat map. You got to look at the country on a globe.
On a globe, yeah.
That'll give you the proper perspective.
Because you look at a flat map and go, oh, it's distorted because of the flat map. Look on an actual globe, and you realize that the longest road trip possible in Canada takes over 4 days. It's massive. And when I say 4 days, I mean 24/7 driving. Even in the US, you can visit a couple of states in a day. In Canada, you cannot visit a couple of provinces in a day. There's just, I mean, you can. You can. I've driven 24 hours straight and hit BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. 2 provinces. Technically 2 provinces a day, but I did 4 provinces a day, but that's literally driving 24/7. And that's a stupid thing to do. Don't do 24 hours, even in your own personal vehicle. Yeah, 4 days nonstop driving. If you pick a spot in St. John, Newfoundland, and then go road trip through all the provinces and up to Yukon, the Arctic Ocean, it's like a 4-day drive. Two hours too far? 2 hours is just a afternoon drive for us. We drive an hour and a half to go shopping. Just to go grocery shopping, because, I mean, we don't do that all the time, but a couple of times a year, we drive an hour and a half to do grocery shopping because that's the nearest Costco. We'll drive an hour and a half to go watch a movie in a nicer theater. Canadians and Americans, driving is just not an issue. Nina's like, that blows my mind. Yeah, we just went to Costco last weekend just to go shopping, and that's an hour and a half drive, one way. Like, if we were to leave where we live right now, it would be possible to get out of province, get to Calgary if you're going east. But it's a full day of driving just to get out of British Columbia. And we're in the center of British Columbia. To go from Vancouver to the Alberta border, it's pretty much a full day drive. When I mean full day, I mean hours. Many, like a 10-hour drive. I guess right now, a lot more with all the flooding. It's right now it'd be impossible to get from Vancouver to Alberta in a day. Well, I know I don't have to go to Vancouver at least till Wednesday. The earliest I'm going to hit Vancouver this next week is going to be Wednesday evening. Hopefully by then the flooding has been resolved. And hopefully I get different runs and I won't actually end up in Vancouver. I don't know, Duke, have you had to explain how big Canada and the US is to any European?
Canada is 2 times the size of the US, I would say, approximately. I'd say you could take 2 images of the US, at least the lower 48, and almost fit them inside of Canada. Pretty close.
Yeah, it's big. Somebody asked the question why Canadians don't build a bridge on the northern end of Hudson Bay and connect Quebec to Nunavut. And the answer is because nobody lives there. Joey's going to the grocery store shopping later. Racing for cold weather. Well, Nina, you say your chops are 15 minutes away. We can literally walk across the street and get to a chop, but selection. Go ahead, Duke.
I can't remember exactly the name of the town, but just north of the state of Minnesota, there's a little teeny chunk of land that's like landlocked up in Canada. The only way you can get
Lake of the Woods.
Part, yeah. They either have to cross the river or there's like no road to get to it.
Same with Point Roberts. Vancouver has another spot like that that's landlocked too.
And I think the border line goes right through the center of the town. So if you visit like one person's house, their living room, they're in Canada, and in their kitchen, they're in the U.S.
There's even a library that is half and half on the border. There's some weird border Yep, there's some weird border things. Yep. Joey, no, I never saw the big salmon fish they said from 300 years. Nope. And Long Hauler says he can still make it in the day. Just get an outboard in, deflate the tires, and get an outboard. Got to float across the lake. It's the second time in 4 years that Lake Chilliwack has come back. When you take a big lake and drain it and make it into farmland, it will try to re-lake itself a couple of times. It's done that several. It did it in the 90s. It's doing it now. I mean, Lake Chilliwack will keep coming back over and over and over. There's no way of fixing that. So of territories and countries, Russia is the largest. What's the second largest country? You didn't say country. Antarctica? Is Antarctica on the list? Like, this is a trick question. I want to say Canada is the second largest, but how big is Antarctica?
I was going to say Asia.
So Russia is 17.1 million square kilometers. Canada is 9.9 million square kilometers. So Russia is way bigger than Canada. Antarctica is 14.2. I knew it was a trick question. I just had to think for it a little bit. Lake Agassiz, there we go. Well, they're talking about relaking the lake. All the farmers would have to move out and all the people living there and then just relake it and make it a lake again. No, they didn't get rid of the library. But they didn't get rid of the library, but you can't no longer go in it anymore without crossing the border to the U.S. first. Ever since 9/11, a lot of those weird towns where they were on the border have gotten super strict. Oh, Trump added to it? Okay. Where you're no longer allowed to just walk across the border and visit your neighbors. You have to now have passports and stuff. Hey, Saskatchewan toy farmer. Can you still jump the border at the Peace Gardens? Because we've done that before. Go to the Peace Gardens and walk back and forth between Canada and the U.S. Man, I'm going to just be cutting grass here for hours. You know what? I'm going to take a break from cutting grass. I'm going to grab a rake.
Trade up?
I'm going to grab a rake and start raking. Maybe I'll grab that M.
I think you'll like that M. It turns on a dime. It's very, what's the word? Versatile. You know what I mean? It's handy for like raking hay and stuff.
All right. Because if I'm bored of cutting grass, I'm sure you guys are too.
It's always been my go-to tractor when I play vintage.
So the U.S. is about... Uh-oh. Joey got me. U.S. is about 150,000 square kilometers smaller than Canada. There. Got my Farmall Model M right there. Super M.
Oh, you got the Super.
Yep. Little extra horsepower. Okay, Joey, here we go. What's it gonna be? Remember, guys, you guys control the hat I wear. No, no, no! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It means I have to spin again, but that's better. Oh, hallelujah. It's just the hat I'm already wearing. Okay, we got to respin, but that got scary. Okay, okay, okay. No, 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 no. Joey. Can someone save me now? Joey. Okay, I'm back.
Now we can get some work done, by golly.
Can someone spin the wheel again? Please. What are the chances? What are the chances? Almost landed on it the first try, and then the second try definitely landed on it. I guess there's the John Deere parked in front of the rake. I'm sure Duke wants me to get rid of that. Park that John Deere somewhere else and get it out of the way. It's got a tricycle setup too.
To say if you wanted even a couple more ponies, I think there's even an MV model. It wasn't too common. I called it the MV. I think it has a couple more ponies.
Okay, the Super M wasn't super common. Wasn't very common either, right?
Yeah, not real common. The most common was the M, then the Super M, then there was an MV, an MD, There's the MD, the diesel version.
All right. Oops. We got the John Deere 3010 out of the way. I do like the John Deere 3010. It's a nice tractor.
I know I always like that one because it's kind of snappy. It turns on a dime and it's pretty quick.
I don't know if this is a sacrilege, attaching green.
Oh, it definitely is.
Green implement to a red tractor.
You got to change the color, otherwise it won't work right.
And the green tractor.
I was giving just a few acres a hard time about that on his channel. He hooked a John Deere plow to his was it his M? I can't remember what he hooked it to. Yeah, he hooked a John Deere implement to his farm, one of his farm mills in real life.
In real life, okay.
Yeah, I said you can't do that. It's sacrilege.
What's it? Laura Farms. Matt Off Road showed up on her farm with a red tractor, and her whole farm is green. And she just goes, "You cannot come on my property. Oh, you cannot come on my property with that tractor." He goes, "What are you doing to me?" All right. Long Hauler says that Super M's are all over the place where he is. Wes Kootenay, thank you. Thank you, Wes Kootenays. What? Let's see. Spin the wheel. Let's see what we got here. Thank you for saving me. You're awesome. Well, before I thank you, let's make sure. Wes,
oh my god.
Wes Kootenay, thanks for trying. But this is not better. This is not better.
It was so close to the other sun hat. That was hilarious.
It was. This is not better. It was. As it was slowing down, I'm like, neither are good. I'm like, the sun hat or the stupid tree. Neither are good. Kootenay or James says it looks better from here. I'm like, neither are good. It doesn't matter which one it stops at, on the sun hat or the stupid tree. It's just not good.
You need to get some blinky LED lights on that.
There are blinky LED lights on this. It just, you guys can't see it with the lighting. If I turn them on, if I turn the my lights off, then you can see the blinky lights. But Wes Kootenay goes, "Tis the season." I mean, fair enough. I mean, I have those, the 3 Christmas hats. Are the chances of landing on them are twice as high because I've made the percentages of landing on them much bigger because of it. It's December, but as far as the hat you guys bought, it says it's been out for delivery since the 13th. Not the 13th. Since the 10th? No. It was on Tuesday. Last Tuesday it was out for delivery. Whatever that date was. Last Tuesday, it was out for delivery, and it's still out for delivery. So,
Yeah, they're so far behind. I just ordered some last-minute Christmas gifts, and I don't think they're going to make it in time for Christmas.
Probably not.
Yeah.
This company isn't... Or like they said, it's out for delivery, so it says it's here. It's just in a vehicle somewhere. I suspect they lost it somewhere, or it's stuck in the floods in Vancouver. Could be that too. Long Hauler says, "Don't mind me. I'm out fighting with a frozen air dryer." What? That doesn't sound like fun. I had a problem where my air dryer, when I don't know if it was an air dryer problem, but the valve wouldn't shut off when it's over pressured and it releases air. That valve would open, but then it wouldn't close again.
I know this time of year when it comes to that kind of stuff, alcohol methanol is your friend. You gotta dump it and everything.
There's definitely a jug of that sitting in the truck.
Oh, you get one little drop of moisture in anything and it just shuts her down now.
Somebody's got a Kenworth parked on my grass.
Oops, I'm sorry. Would you like me to move that for you?
No, I can do it myself.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably run there quicker than I can. I'm on the other side of the field already.
That for some reason, your condescending voice there reminded me another thing that happened this week. I got on the radio and actually told somebody, "Look who's a big boy." A hotshot driver was giving me a hard time and called me an asshole on the radio. He goes, "You fucking asshole." When he passed me, I kept my brights on. So, yeah, I was being an asshole, but he deserved it. Hotshot driver, pickup and trailer, passed me on a blind corner on a double solid. You're passing a Super B. So I kept my brights on, and then he was mad at me for keeping my brights on. I'm just like, passing on a double solid on a blind corner. You didn't respect me or anybody else on the road. You get my brights. You get my fog lights on blast.
I'll be back. I gotta take this phone call.
Oh, good. No spammers. So he's giving me a hard time, so I just called him, "Look who's a big boy in your little pickup and trailer." Just pissed him off so much. He is so angry at me. I'm like, "You're the idiot." I'm going to be an idiot back to you. And I was definitely an idiot back to him, but screw you. Airbags are up now. Up, up, up. You know, we don't have any music going. Honestly, we need some Christmas music going, but we'll save that for maybe next weekend or the weekend after. We'll save the Christmas music. B4 Gaming. Not B4, G4 Gaming with JJ. Got a thumbs up. I'll send the videos to the skilled truckers. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely some skilled truckers out there. You know what? End of the day, West Kootenay, most of the drivers out there are good drivers. I'd say most drivers out there are good drivers. Cars, any job. Cars, big rigs, CDLs, ambulance, cops. Most drivers out there are good drivers, but there are just enough complete jackwagons that think they are God on the road and they can do nothing wrong. That you think that everybody's, the whole highway is just filled with them, right? There's just enough that And like Nina goes, it's crazy how much driving we do here. I'm on the road driving for 13 hours straight. When you're driving on the road for that many hours, you get to see a lot of those delusional drivers that think they are all that on the road. The problem is when the delusional driver is a commercial driver, just let him go. He's going to win. He might be a jackwagon and an idiot. He's going to win. Let the idiot truck driver go. It's not worth your life fighting a big rig driver. No matter how big of a jackwagon he is, hopefully you got a dash cam. Pull in at the next scale and show the scale the video. And that'll take care of it. It works out pretty good sometimes, as we found out this week. It'll take some drivers right off the road, those videos. Okay. We're not in the lake. I followed GPS directions here. Yeah. Okay. The GPS of my big rig. I have a GPS in my big rig, and my father-in-law just asked if I was parked in the lake because he's watching my GPS of my truck. I shared the password, or not password. I shared a link so my father-in-law can watch where I am with the big rig. He just asked if we were in the lake because the GPS apparently tells me we are. Can I show people that? So log in off screen. Why not? Okay, where do I want to be then? Is it not going to be easy? If it's not going to be easy, I'll just... But either way, my GPS coordinates are showing me in the middle of the Okanagan Lake right now. You message me in Discord with a link. Okay. Don't dox yourself. People know where I live. I'm not going to dox myself further than that. Because the pages like skilled truckers. Yep. Yeah, you got to report people like that to CVSE. Okay, let's go take a look at a link. Where private message. Okay. I'm gonna have to log in. What's my password? Let's give everybody. Okay. Now I can show people. That's where my truck is right now. That dot. That's where my truck is. I see a huge lake. This is where it's supposed to be. Here, I'm going to show you the last 7 days. It won't load all of them. 24 then. Here's the last 24 hours. Hey, look. West Kootenai, look. I was in your neighborhood the last 24 hours. But apparently right now, it went to the Kenworth truck shop. It's been there for a bit. And now it's in the lake. I'm going to have to call Kenworth and ask what they did. Hey, look, it's long haul trucker. Or it's long hauler. I'm going to have to call Kenworth and ask why my truck is in the middle of the lake. What I just showed? That was 24 hours of trucking, but here. I don't know offhand how long it took. Well, I guess I am not logged in on my e-log. What time did we leave there? Loaded there. Yeah, Fruitvale. Penticton. Directions to Fruitvale. Because you were there. I click on a lot. Most of you guys are on my browser. It says 4 hours, 324 kilometers. That's by car. It would have taken us at least an hour longer, maybe an hour and a half longer. So probably about 5.5 hours, give or take. See, I do this. I click on people's channel. Now gaming with JJ shows up. There's Long Hauler. And I do that. And then there's Michael. It's easy for us creators to click on your names and just go to your channel. And as a rule, every time I'm in there, I click on people's names just to remember to go check out their channels. It reminds me to check out people's channels later on. And then see who has content and who doesn't. I'm stalking you. I'm stalking you. I'm seeing what you're up to. But long haul, you're not up to much. Other than airing up your truck. Jess says I wouldn't make a very good stalker. This is work. This feels like work. Used to stream on Twitch. Used to. Just got tired of it. Nobody fails at live streams. People quit live streaming. You don't ever fail at live streaming. You quit. Anybody that wants to be successful live streaming, the lost 2 years. The lost 2 years happened. No ferries on Okanagan Lake. Nope, no ferries. Actually, somebody commented and recommended or asked my opinion about doing a ferry across from Lake Country over to Fintry to the other side. I'm like, a ferry might be popular there. Probably not for big rigs, but maybe for cars to get to the resort quicker. Might do well there. But no need for a ferry across the lake because it's so easy to drive around it. Hey, there's a combine on my grass.
I'm getting off. Just a friend want to know if his parts came in yet. Fix. You know, that time of year.
Speaking of fixing, are you're helping your friend fix stuff?
Yeah.
So it's illegal to run a commercial shop on your property. I'm not going to say which town. There's a town that took pictures of a dude with his tools out fixing a car on his property. And they sued him and took him to court because he was doing commercial work on his property. And the only evidence they had that he was doing commercial work on his property is that his tools were out and the cars on his driveway were not registered to that property.
Okay.
He was literally fixing the car, putting a new rad into the car for his neighbors for free. And the town sued him for doing commercial work on his property. And he's like, it's not commercial work if I'm doing work for free for my neighbor as a favor. And the judge agreed with him and told the town to stop doing these stupid lawsuits that it's like...
My guess is that town was also an HOA would be my guess.
And it was not actually an HOA.
No?
No.
Oh.
It was just the actual town bylaw. Just being jackwagons.
That's why I like living out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And
it's like, mind your own
only.
business. Just, it's like, or do a little more deeper investigation. It's like, oh, you see, at the very least, pull over and go talk to him. Before charging him and taking him to court, go talk to him. Hey, I see you're working on this car that's not registered to you. What's going on? Oh, it's my neighbor's car. I'm repairing it for free. Done. You don't have to go to court for that. A simple conversation could have taken care of that.
I mean, if oil was running all over the place and he was making a mess,
yeah,
you know, otherwise there's even no reason to talk to the guy. Like, mind your own business.
Mind your own business. Unless he's doing something unsafe or that's obviously illegal, mind your own business. If he's doing something unsafe, or then go ahead, now start investigating and see what's going on. But at least investigate. Don't just go, here's charges, go to court. What? Another dude in Vegas got arrested and had to go to jail and now has a criminal record because the casino he was at, their AI monitoring system said that he had been banned from the property.
Oh, I just watched that last night. That was crazy.
And he's like, what the fuck's the point of carrying an ID with me?
And it was the one with the star on it. It was the federal ID.
Yeah. It's like, obviously my ID says I'm a different person, but no, the AI camera system must be right. When police side on the AI camera system instead of the obvious info right in front of their eyes, don't arrest the guy. They never charged him, but dang.
He offered to get other documents out of the glove compartment.
Yeah, he goes
in his car even.
No, his big
he
rig.
Was doing everything he could possibly think of to prove it.
He's a long hauler for UPS. He goes, I could go to my rig and grab a pay stub and prove who I am. Yeah. It's like, what? Come on. Instead of doing investigation, they just go, AI camera must be right. The casino spent so much money on this AI system. AI must be right. What?
And then that cop that first grabbed him, he act like, well, why do you got such an attitude? I'm like, you're saying I'm a person that I'm not.
Yep.
And then you're wondering why I'm upset?
I don't know who this Mike guy is. I'm obviously not that Mike guy.
Well, there's no reason to get upset over it. I'm like,
you're taking me to jail. Why? You're falsely arresting me. You don't expect me to get upset. It's like, but AI must be infallible, so let's arrest the guy because no other evidence proves that this guy is lying other than the AI. Let's arrest him. What? Come on.
I had no problem with the detainment and investigating, but yeah, as soon as they put the handcuffs on and and took him down to fingerprint. I'm like, okay, that
Yep.
went a little far.
No problem. Detain the person, investigate it, and then go, wait a minute. The only evidence is AI. Let's just cut him loose, right? Huh? Who? Toy Farmer goes, is this game crossplay? Toy Farmer. Oh, crossplay. The question is crossplay, not multiplayer. So no, the question, okay, I thought it was a stupid question, Toy Farmer, but I'm wrong. It's not a stupid question. I'm like, there's 2 combines driving around in the background. Of course this is multiplayer, but no, it is not crossplay. There are way too many mods in here. This is PC only. When you see these old tractors, PC only.
And even on PC, it's a little buggy.
It is a challenge to join on PC. So, not a stupid question, just me not reading the question right.
But it's worth it if you can log in.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm chasing the deer. Oh dear. I'm catching the deer. I'm catching him. I'm catching him. I got him. I got the deer. Oh, he ran through the wall. I almost had the deer.
Me and Jess are getting closer and closer.
Where am I going? Okay, here. Jess wants me to show you guys Here, let's go. Apex Ski Resort. How Apex Mountain Resort. I'm on a wrong. There we go. Here we go. 0 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's a good shot. Can't hear Duke. See all the clouds filling in on the valley? You see a couple of people skiing by. Opening weekend for the ski hill. See the ski resort down there? But we live down there somewhere in those clouds. So for us, it's a foggy, miserable day outside. For people on top of Apex, the fog is down here and they still have cloud cover, almost a little bit of blue sky. But anyway, okay, back. Whiskey Creek Farms. Somehow
that was hilarious. When you came back, I can't hear you when you're not on the game.
Yes.
When you came back, you sound like you were sucking on a helium balloon.
Michael.
Looks like there's gonna be one little strip left between me
Oh,
and
bless
Jeff.
your little heart.
Michael, you're not wrong. Somehow I was a channel member to your channel and wasn't subbed and didn't get notifications. You can win member challengeship, or you can win memberships. People do giveaways every now and then on here, and on the main channel we do giveaways. So yeah, you can win gift memberships. Even if you're not subscribed, you can win them as long as you are active on that channel. Yeah, that was Apex Ski Resort, not Whistler. That's literally just up the mountain from us.
Oh, I forgot to ask. I see. Yeah, you got the M. Was you able to download that manure spreader I suggested? Did that work out better for you?
I didn't like it. It was too wide. It looked.
Oh, it's too wide.
It didn't look real. I'm just like, I want something in between, something because it look, when something is so unrealistically wide, I'm like, I don't like it. But the one that I currently have is almost unrealistically narrow. But
Yeah.
I would love something.
Fussy.
I know.
No, I understand.
Jess says maybe she can modify it to spread a little wider. This one. Oh.
I didn't think it was too wide because I've used real manure spreaders. It does sling out the sides a bit, but you think it's too far out the sides?
It feels like it's springing. It's way too wide, right? Or not way too wide. It just looks unrealistic how wide it was spreading. But real ones do spread wider. It should be somewhere between the two, right? I think realistically. And maybe it's just the way the animation works. Maybe it's just me. But I did look at it.
I'm doing the same thing on that Nadenthal map I'm playing on. I think I'm getting a little too fussy with things, and then it's like you can't get anything done because then you don't have anything to work with.
But I like being fussy. What?
Yeah, I do too. It's a fun challenge that way.
Time it? Oh no. Oh no. Well, we've had long hauler. What time is it? I'm worried. I mean, I'm wearing a stupid tree on my head, but it can't be worse, right? I mean, it could be worse, but it could be that stupid sun hat. Who is in voice chat with you? Whiskey Creek, that is Duke.
I try to join every Saturday when I can. I like vintage farming.
Oh, no.
Yep, here we go.
What? Long hauler? What? People are nice? I
thought it was nice.
I get to put on this hat? Oh. Long hauler, I'm in love. Sorry, Jess. I'm in love with someone else now. Thank you, long hauler. People can be nice out there. That's 4. That counts as 4 now. One more, and then we'll knock it down. One more, and we're one closer to buying me. You guys picking a new hat to buy from me. Although your last hat you bought for me is still in the mail. James goes, "Be careful, long hauler. Don't get him used to people being nice. He might start expecting it."
Would you like to continue harvesting? I see you got canola and
absolutely. There's lots more to do. There's canola, and what else is there?
Jess is already hauling in the semis and getting them dumped. I'll just get going on the canola.
We got canola.
Yeah, I better give her some room so she can get by.
And wheat as well. There's canola and wheat.
Wheat's done, I think.
Are you sure?
We got that field done. Or is there another wheat field?
There's another wheat field next, kitty corner from the canola field.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get the wheat done.
So there's canola and then wheat, and yeah, there's. Because what you guys were just barely doing was barley. No, oat. You guys were just barely doing oat. No, oat. So you did oat, and then the field before that was barley, so yeah. JJ's never seen the third J before? Well, you missed the live stream last night then, I guess. James has been regularly doing live streams. It's almost like he's back at the living again. James has been doing SnowRunner quite a bit. Your wife's gonna buy me some hats? Ah, I'm scared. I'm scared.
I gotta get up to my implement dealer and get you a red hat one of these days.
You leave for a few minutes and come back. Not cool. Not cool what you see. What? I'm wearing my favorite hat, Joey. Long hauler's been nice to me. Joey, why is this not cool? I think this is super cool. Long hauler's been super nice to me.
It's not gonna last.
It's nice to exist again. James goes, it's nice to exist again. Part of the land of the living. Hey guys, James is my brother. Until yesterday, I didn't even know where he lives. I literally haven't known where my own brother lives for months now. That's how close we are. I mean, we've seen each other a bunch, but... Joey, I don't think you have to do that. I think we'd be fine if you didn't have to do that. Hey, Liam, how's it going? Oh, Liam?
Sorry, the people who tolerate you on a daily basis are the real heroes.
Liam, you're the Monday of my life. I'm sure Liam was just trolling me, but James goes, you just forget that people don't know where you live. If you have, basically you've told a whole bunch of people where you live. You haven't told everybody, and then you forget who you haven't told. And just there was just never a need to ask the question, right? It's like, wait a minute, where do you live? You guys are not home tomorrow, so I can't come by tomorrow to pick it up. And you're not home today evening either, right? Hey. Long hauler just dropped cash to make him rapid fire hats. What? No, bad. I know Joey says he can change it. Ah. There goes West Kootenai. Okay. I gotta go spin. Yeah, it's 5 spins. Hang on. Let me write that down. We're now to 35. 35 more till you guys buy me another hat. I have to order a hat. Okay, let's just spin the wheel here. Let's just close all those. Oh. So I can interrupt movie night. Maybe. Okay. No. Stop. Oh, I don't want that one. Jen said this last week. It's been a long time since I've seen me with a firefighter helmet. It's not the worst thing, but it's not great. Okay. is dusty. I haven't worn it so long, it's dusty. Don't make me wear the visor down. It's a very scratched up and garbage visor that we literally threw in the garbage. I took the one out of the garbage and put it on this helmet, so that way I wouldn't be taking a brand new visor with it when I stole the helmet.
You take some silicone and you can buff it out.
Yeah, probably if I want. Yeah. But I literally stole this helmet from the fire department. I told the chief, I'm like, okay, I'm moving and won't be on the fire department anymore, but I am stealing the helmet. And then I go, here's cash to buy a new helmet. So you're losing an old helmet and gaining a brand new helmet. And he said, thank you very much. And then my sister goes, me too. So my sister and I both have a firefighter helmet hanging on the wall. No, the tree hat wasn't the last hat. The last hat was the Derby, because Long Hauler paid $10 to switch to the Derby. The one we bought was that stupid pink flower crown. The one we bought before that was the pink cowboy hat. The tree hat was something that Jess saw in the store and she bought it. The tree hat's Jess's doing. And same with the stupid sun hats. Your favorite hats are either James came up with it or Jess came up with it. Luckily, I got rid of the stupid motorcycle helmet by just giving it away when I sold the motorcycle. What? Why would you want me to smell all minty? You're gonna put toothpaste on my helmet? Or toothpaste to get the scratches out of the helmet.
Oh yeah, that'll work too.
That works on headlights, right? Toothpaste?
It kind of does. If you really want to do a good job, you're better off getting some of that rubbing compound. They actually make a compound for that type of plastic.
Yeah, our pickup headlights are getting the foggy look to them. James says that they polish car headlights in their shop, so he could just
Talk
polish
about
it.
timing, Jess.
What?
Jess could not have timed that any better. She brought a truck just as I was filling up.
Want to see the pink cowboy hat? No. You have to pay to see it. No freebies. You can't.
No free previews?
You can't you can't have it for free. You have to buy the cow if you want the milk. JJ's like, what? What'd I do to get... If you want the guaranteed pink cowboy hat, a $10 super chat is the only thing that will get you there. $5 might luck out. I haven't landed on it. It's even got stupid dazzled diamonds on it. It's dumb. I hate you guys.
But it's pretty.
It's not pretty. Not on me, it's not pretty.
Or do you mean it's pretty dumb?
It's pretty dumb, sure. Sure, we can go with that. We can go with that. See, I had a red tractor pulling a green implement. Now I have a green tractor pulling a red implement.
Well, it's Russian, so...
It is Russian.
Know if you...
And then I had a Massey Ferguson pulling a Ford implement. Yeah, the pink crown probably will end up having to claim it as not received and have to reorder it. It's because it says it's been out for delivery since Tuesday. Oh, long haul. Oh, I thought for sure you had put the pink cowboy hat in. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, long haul trucker. Long haul's just being a nice guy today. James, I'm starting to expect nice things from people. Ah, this is nice. This is nice. Hi, Jess. I'm sorry I parked the tractor in the middle of the road ahead of you. I'm sorry. Long hauler's being a nice person, guys. Why can't you guys all be nice persons, huh?
I don't know. I'd be skeptical. He's nice for now, but what does he want?
What does he want? We've had that before. We've had that problem.
Suspicious.
We've had someone that joined the channel and then donated and then expected stuff back from it. I gave you this much money, now I expect this from you. I'm like, what you want from us is, first off, impossible. I don't have the time for that. And second off, if you gift me something, thank you so much for the gift, but don't expect me to do anything back for it. I just super appreciate the support, right? So, but we've had somebody come on the channel and expect something in return, and it's like, no, you're not going to get anything in return. That's not how this is going to work. And then they demanded their money back and made a claim against us. It's like, well, don't worry, we got all the we got all the screenshots from all the messages too. So, oh, West Kootenai. Gotta spin the wheel again. West Kootenai goes, oops. Come on, guys. Like, barely a minute. Maybe I get lucky in it.
No, Joey wants it too. What are you gonna do?
Hang on. Joey just spun the wheel again. Hang on. So I have to go put it on. Thank you, Joey. You just screwed yourself. So for the sake of fairness, here's that floppy hat. But West Kootenai, Joey just spun the wheel after you. That's 9. That's 9, Jess. One more and we hit 10. What do we get? I'd be so angry if this lands on something stupid. Oh, this isn't bad. Yeah, this isn't terrible. It's Christmas and thanks, Joey. Suck on that, West Kootenai. This one gets a bit warm, but I'll wear this one. There we go. Now we're feeling all Christmassy. We've worn all the 3 Christmas hats now, the stupid one and the 2 good ones. There we go. Thanks. Thanks, West Kootenai. Thanks, Joey. West Kootenai screwed me. Joey saved me.
I say bah humbug. I like the other hat better.
Son of a gun. Joey. Okay. That is 10. Both of you? West Kootenai. Okay, we have to spin it twice. Let's go see what it is. One on vertical and one on horizontal. You guys are fighting back and forth. So we'll put it on. Put it on. Luckily, it's still right here. That's Joey's spin, so here we go. First Joey screwed West Kootenai. Now West Kootenai has screwed Joey over. But at least, let's see. Maybe West Kootenai saved me this time. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, good. That got scary there for a second. Okay. There you go. West Kootenai. Okay. Okay, we're in good shape now. Write that down. Apparently I've driven straight into the wall. Good thing I don't have a crash counter anymore. Okay. I missed the comments here, but Long Hauler says I'm perfectly all right being the villain in somebody else's story.
You can't have good without evil.
Oh, thank you. Man, Jams, I am expecting good things. Like Long Hauler is just a nice person. We can never say anything bad about Long Hauler ever again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thanks, Long Hauler. Appreciate it. Take that, Kootenai and Joey. Take that.
We have good versus evil going on here today.
Yes, Long Hauler's being nice. Everybody else is being mean. Got the light side fighting the dark side. Long Hauler's awesome. Although when he says he's going to pick out hats, his wife is picking out hats for me. That has me a little concerned. But, because who knows what that might be. Okay. Now, guys, before you guys get irrational again, why don't we leave this for a few minutes? We'll just leave. Juan's mood is up all over the place. Up, down, yeah. It's like, people are nice, people are mean. Juan, I'll get you your little puppy. Hang on, what?
She doesn't say puppy. She goes, "I'll get you, my pretty."
Oh, I'll get you, my little pretty.
Too.
Got it. I think I've seen that
Juan
show.
might-
I've seen it once.
I was gonna say, did you ever see The Wizard of Oz?
Yep.
Maybe you wouldn't get it.
Yep, I've seen the Yellow Brick Road, the old original one. Yep, and I've seen the two new ones as well. And the newest one, I got most of the references to the Easter eggs to the old one. Seeing it from the Wicked Witch's point of view. Oh, full. Michael wants more sun hats? Why would you want more sun hats, Michael?
Skin cancer prevention, Juan. He's looking out for you.
Oh, hang on, West Kootenai. West Kootenai's getting. I'm hungry too, West Kootenai. Costco spin again. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I always want like chicken pizza from Red Tomato Pies. Okay, here we go. Maybe we'll get lucky. I think we're getting lucky. I'll wear the trilby. I have no problem wearing the trilby. Trilby is actually a female character in a play. Trilby is the name of a female inspector, like a female Sherlock Holmes. And in the play, back in the day, the actress wore this hat. So it's actually a girl's hat, but the actress made this a popular hat. So Trilby is technically a girl's hat, but it's a pretty universal hat, male or female. Oh, I didn't mark that one down. One more spin, then we're only 25 away from buying a new one. Cookie Monster hat? Who wants a James? I think you're full of it. I don't think we need a Cookie Monster hat. We're fine with it, a Cookie Monster hat.
Now, where are my cookies? Will you take my cookies? No? Oh, they're right here. Oh, me love my cookies. Nom, 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 nom. This message approved by Cookie Monster. Nom, 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 nom.
Well, thanks to Trilby, inspectors like Inspector Gadget started getting drawn with this hat thanks to the Trilby. Jess is giving Wes Kootenai some cookies. Longhorn, did you see the cheese video? I don't know if I saw the cheese video. I'm not even on the YouTube anymore. On the Discord anymore. But that's... Oh, this is under the food one. Got it. How to make your own cheese curds. Well, that'd be neat. Make your own cheese curds for your own poutine. Yeah, that'd be cool to try to make your own cheese. You need enzymes, yeast, and milk, and yeah. You have to make it grow. It's alive! You gotta make milk alive again. You send a video how to make farmhouse cheddar.
I did butter once. Butter's fairly easy to do, but cheese, that's a pretty good challenge.
What about ice cream? Have you ever made homemade ice cream?
Oh yes, I love homemade ice cream. The problem I have, every ice cream maker I've bought, the motor burns out on it.
Oh yeah, the ice cream maker my cousins had in Mexico was hand crank. So you had to hand crank it.
Yeah, because right as it's turning into ice cream, boy, it gets pretty stiff pretty fast.
Yeah, it has to be geared pretty low so you can pull it through the ice cream. Yeah.
It seems like every time, just as the ice cream's getting good, that's when I can smell smoke coming from the motor. It's like I don't know.
Slightly underpowered.
Yeah. I would say butter's probably the easiest to make. You can do that with just a mason jar, if you don't mind shaking it for a while.
Oh yeah, I guess that's all you're doing is you're just thumping it back and forth. Yep. Put it in a paint mixer. Bring it into a hardware store. Go, could I put this in your paint mixer? Sure that wouldn't go over well.
Even when I did ice cream, I had like the simplest ingredients, but it tasted the best.
Mm-hmm. No, homemade ice cream is just so good.
It was like half and half vanilla, and I forget what the other 2 ingredients are, but it was only 4 ingredients, and it was so simple to make that it was the best.
Long hauler goes, do not put a mason jar in a paint mixer. The glass will not survive. Well, I wasn't saying put a mason jar in the paint mixer, but still put a container into a paint mixer and just wonder if it shakes too fast for make butter. It would make something for sure.
I don't know if it's the shaking, but it's more of a back and forth motion.
Yeah. Because you want that thump. I don't know how well shaking.
Yeah, I don't know how well shaking would work. You just want it up and down, or you know what I mean.
It's usually enough. Huge. I want a huge pizza. Just as ordering pizza. I want the biggest one they make. Jess goes, really? Maybe not. When someone goes, really? Are you sure? You should always make sure you check. I learned that from as being a manager. When you tell your employee to do something and they're like, are you sure? Can I get this in writing? That should throw up all sorts of red flags that goes, hang on, why is my idea a bad idea? If you're a manager and your employee ever asks you to get it in writing, red flags like crazy. Okay, let's investigate this now. Your employee usually knows better than you do.
Or your employee is taking your instructions too literally.
Too literally, yep.
I've had people do that to me. It's like, really? You know what I meant.
Wes Kootenai says, red tomato pies. That's legit stuff. Yes, I love red tomato pies. Best pizza joint. Pizza doesn't give me crazy heartburn after. Well, it depends on what pizza. But I like red tomato pies. If you have a red tomato pies pizza joint near you, you should try it. Long hauler, I'm going to gross people out with this. Cow tongue. Cooked like pot roast. I don't think that's really gross. I know when we
tongue before, it's not that great.
You're probably going to gross people out, but yeah, I was a big fan of hearts and livers whenever Mom slaughtered her own animals, be it pig, chicken, or cow, or ducks. I really like the flavor of the hearts and the livers.
The heart especially.
Just very rich. Whenever we had chicken noodle soup, all the chicken hearts, there was a fight over who could find the heart in the chicken noodle soup first. And chicken throats, that was always part of the menu too. We ate everything. Wasn't a fan of tongues. Not a fan of tongues. But once again, it's probably about how you prepare, right? Just like venison, you can have terrible venison, you can have really good venison. Depends on how it was prepped.
Yep, same with chicken.
Huh? Juan and Jess, I'm headed out right now. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate all your hat spins. Appreciate your support. I'm likely going to do a stream tonight, Snow Runner. I'm going to try anyway. We'll see if real life takes over or takes too long. And I'm also tomorrow morning will be Gnadental. And then we're going skating. So if anyone wants to go skating and meet us, we'll be We'll be at the arena on Sunday. You can come skate with us. If you bring your own skates, I think it's $5 a person. You have pizza with baked potatoes on it? That sounds good. Can I get baked potato on mine? You know why? Baked potato and chicken, it's gonna start tasting like pot pie. Can I get a pot pie pizza? I've never heard of a pot pie pizza, but I want a pot pie pizza now. Closest red tomato pie pizza restaurant is 800 miles away from you in Indiana. Well, let's go for a drive. That only takes you, what, 6-7 hours? I somehow think it's probably a different name brand. Because it's a pretty small chain here in BC and Alberta. So I have a feeling, Michael, it might be the same name, but a different brand. Jess is making you hungry now. Well, yeah, that's her job to make us hungry. It's a 12-hour drive. 800 miles. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I'm doing the math. I'm thinking kilometers. Thinking kilometers.
I don't know how that happens, but it happens on my streams, Ivy streams. Somehow, food is always brought into the conversation. Every time.
It's always the Food Network.
Yep.
Because it's probably the one thing, no matter what our religious or political beliefs are, food is the one thing that unites us all. Food and weather. There's no controversy in food and weather. Well, never mind vegans. If you're a vegan, you're welcome here too. But you're going to be offended. I like vegans. You guys are cool people. But you will be offended by what I eat. Long hauler likes breakfast like you do. Basically, loves breakfast. Basically, long hauler is up for breakfast any time of the day. So it doesn't matter what time of day, just wants breakfast. Literally for her birthday, we went out for breakfast at like lunch. That was the meal I took her out to. First time we've ever gone to that restaurant. It was a little bit of a uppity restaurant, you know. This is where the smart business people go for their breakfast. But great atmosphere, great people in there. Can't remember what it was called, but it's downtown Kelowna. But it's a really fun little restaurant. Trying to think what it was. But they have breakfast during business hours. It's one of those restaurants that's only open during business hours because they're only serving all the office people, all the millionaires in the area.
I gotta ask, what is a square earther? Is that like a flat earther? I've never heard of that one before.
A square earther. I've never.
Yeah, what's a square earther?
Who brought? Oh, JJ. I'm not a vegan, but I'm a square earther. What would the Earth look as a square Earth? That'd be kind of fun to model out and see how airplanes would fly differently on a square Earth. I think airplanes' flight paths are the biggest argument against flat earthers. It's like, why would an airplane curve around like that? Why would an airplane do that? And then you draw the same line on a globe and go, oh, they flew in a straight line.
What scares me is I think, what was the statistics? There's like 2% of people that really do believe the Earth
Oh,
is
yes.
flat yet.
It is
That's a little scary.
It's 100% real. In fact, I would say some of us farming sim community, there are some flat earthers in our farming sim community here. There's some streamers that are flat earthers.
Well, yeah, it's flat on the game.
It is definitely flat in the game. And it's basically just okay, I understand where flat earthers come from. It's confusion due to the lack of education, where it just doesn't make sense in your brain. Like that mirror. Have you seen that, all the shorts of the mirror? How can the mirror see what's behind this piece of paper?
Oh, yep.
I can see. I'm like, okay. I can see
forget
how
about the
you're
angle.
confused. I can see how you're confused, but the mirror's not seeing what's behind. It's reflecting at a 45-degree angle off of. Yeah, it makes sense in my head, but I can see why people are confused, right? It's like
It's an illusion.
it's an illusion. Yeah.
That's how magicians use it.
So I can see why people are confused. How can a mirror see behind this paper or behind this towel? How does the mirror know I'm there? It's like, because the mirror is not seeing what is directly behind it. What you're seeing in the mirror is not here. Like this here. This is you. This is what's the mirror. You're not seeing what's in the mirror here. You're actually seeing a reflection of over here at a 45-degree angle. And that's why what you can see behind the paper in the mirror.
I forget the guy's channel name, but a guy did it with a laser pointer. He showed see how the direction of this goes, and it reflects back, and then he showed the angles and explained it very well.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So laser pointer would be a good way of making the aha moment, right? Because the first time I saw that, I'm like, wait, how does that work? And I see the optical illusion. You think about it for a little bit. Oh, you go to the 45-degree angle or whatever angle you're at. I can see how the light would bounce off of that section of the mirror. You're not seeing that person's reflection behind the paper. You're seeing that person's reflection side shifted onto this area of the mirror, and then it makes sense. Yeah, wherever the camera person is. Yeah.
Because the person holding the paper up's obviously not going to see it.
Yes. Yeah.
Old magician's trick.
But like that people get confused by those simple things. That's why flat earthers exist, because flat earthers ask those questions, and then you're like, wait, how does that work? Why is that not possible? And without having more facts and more knowledge, the flat earther theories work without other education, right? Until you learn how gravity works, and how you learn until you need to learn how all this other stuff works, and then you go, oh yeah, nothing in flat earth makes sense. I need to turn this on.
And I wonder if some of them flat earth believers don't just do it just to get attention.
Oh, some of them for sure, especially the people that write books about it, they're there to make money. They're there going, holy crap, this is my opportunity to scam people. Heck, Jess was showing me videos of the mudslides from the last couple of days, and then she scrolled across one, and I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, people are already, within 2 days, doing AI versions. I'm like, no, that one doesn't pass the mustard. That is AI. That's not real.
Obsession can be a strong thing.
What?
Like people, there's even people out there still trying to invent a perpetual motion machine.
Yep. I wonder if a perpetual motion machine would work in outer space. In a vacuum, maybe?
No,
Nope.
because you still got friction.
Yeah, you still have friction of all the joints and stuff. Yeah.
Don't go down that road. That's where it all starts.
Well, no, I think it's important to go down that road and prove why it wouldn't work that way. And just go, when people have questions, you go, wait, that's a great theory, but remember this. Remember this part. You know, you have to fill in all the education holes. Long hauler, what are you talking about? What is just trying to steal you?
They say the trick to perpetual motion machines is hiding the battery. That's the biggest trick.
Finding where the battery is on the machine. Yep.
Yep.
What is energizing this machine? I think somebody out there had a really smart one. You can send electricity wirelessly if you get I mean, it's not efficient at all. Wireless electricity is not efficient, but you can do it.
Yeah, Tesla was doing it back in the 20s
Yep.
already.
If you send enough electricity, you can do wireless electricity. So somebody did a perpetual machine like that where it wasn't directly connected to the machine, but it's very inefficient sending electricity that way.
Because to crank that voltage up that high, and it's not very safe either.
Well, even today, we're doing wireless charging on our phones these days. I'm like, yeah, they found a way of doing that, but even that is not a super efficient way. You're using a lot more electricity to charge that phone than if you had it plugged in. There is a loss between that wireless charging. There's a reason why it gets warm.
Air is a very poor conductor of electricity.
It is.
Anything can conduct electricity in some form.
Have you seen the videos of people standing on the Grand Canyon with their hair sticking out and their fingers buzzing? I'm like, you idiots! Get the fuck out of there!
I was putting tin on a pole shed once, and I had that happen, and I got off there so quick.
It's just like,
man, yeah, lightning's coming.
I am a lightning rod right now. Get out! The videos like, this is so cool. No, you're about to die.
yeah, and I can't even explain the feeling. It really feels weird too. Your body is like tingling in a way.
Oh yeah.
If I would have stayed up there any longer, I'm sure I would have been hit.
Even fire conducts electricity. Oh. I think that makes sense, but I never thought of fire conducting electricity. I don't have wireless charging. I have fire charging.
Firewire.
Firewire. I think that's a different thing. I think we've already used that name.
Once in a blue moon, I'll still use Firewire. There's still some old camcorders when I'm dubbing videos that still use Firewire.
You're
USB
old.
kind of took over Firewire. Back in the day, it was the fastest connection.
Yeah. I was talking about Linus Tech Tips earlier. He did a dial-up. He tried to do a modern computer with dial-up.
I've seen that one.
It was like, yikes.
It doesn't seem like that long ago when I had dial-up, but yeah, it's been 10, 15 years at least.
That's like when you're having an argument with a new or a young kid. And it's like, dude, my generation built this. I know what I'm talking about. And the kid goes, but the technology has changed. I'm like, not this. This has not changed. The internet still works the same way it has before. Cell phones still work the same way the original cell phones work. They need a cell tower. People somehow...
They just bumped up the data rate is all
Yep.
they did.
People somehow think cell phones are attached to satellites in outer space. And it's like, no. They need a cell tower. Or else they would work on the other side of the mountain.
Well, they do make satellite phones.
Oh yeah,
That's a different. It's totally different.
It's a different
technology.
receiver. It's a different receiver and sending unit. You can do satellite phone. There's a reason why they exist. They work in places where cell phones don't work.
And they're not cheap.
They might be getting cheaper.
Well, yeah, they probably are now, but I mean, back in the day they weren't.
No, Starlink just announced that they are doing a test. There's a country they're doing a test in, where a cell phone maker is doing a Tesla, or they're doing a Starlink receiver in their phone to do direct from Starlink phone calls. Thanks, Wes Kootenay. Appreciate. Enjoy the pizza. Or we're going to enjoy the pizza. Yes, we will.
The biggest thing that baffles me the most is when we were growing up, internet didn't become a thing until I was at least in my teens and 20s.
Yeah, high school internet was becoming a thing.
Yeah. What baffles me the most is we have instant access to information now, but yet people know less now than what we did in our day. That baffles me.
Yeah, we thought the internet would give us ultimate knowledge. Unfortunately, it's given us ultimate slop. It gave all the dumb people voices too. And yeah, it's been a problem. And now with AI coming, it's just going to continue being a problem. I'm pretty sure that the young generation is going to figure it out and learn how to deal with that world. Because people are like, the world's going to end. I'm like, nah, it's not going to end. The new generation will figure that out.
I hope so.
I have faith in humanity. Because the world's always been burning down. Rocket, how's it going? Because our grandparents would be rolling over the grave with what we're doing now. And the new generations will be the same way. Slowly, as I'm getting older, I'm going to become the get off my lawn dude.
Yeah, because I remember the baby boomers calling our generation the ones that never got nothing done, were lazy, good for nothing.
Yeah. And every generation figures it out. It just is scary when can't see where that technology is going. It's like, where is that technology going? Are we going to nuke ourselves, right? AI is like the modern nuclear race.
I'm sure our grandparents said the same thing when TV came out in the 50s, and everybody's gonna rot their brains watching this silly black and white box.
Even our great-grandparents, when the cars first came. Cars first, it's like, I'm not selling my horse. My horseshoeing business is going to stay forever. But essentially, it kind of has. Now, if you do horseshoeing, you're now an expert in your field. So if you wanted your business to be alive forever, be the best in your field. You've been playing ATS, and it's been fun, especially with your mates always speeding, leaving you behind. Convoy. Rocket Science, you've missed a really good stream. At the beginning was story time with me. I've had an interesting week. But according to the guy I had an argument on Facebook with, if sun flare took out our satellites, GPS would still work perfectly fine because he downloaded the maps. It's like, it's not the same just because you downloaded the maps. Something has to still tell you where you are on the map.
The maps, he's not totally wrong. The maps will still work.
Oh, the
You can
maps will still
look
be
at the
there.
map. Yeah.
Your cell phone just won't know where you are on that map.
No. It's funny. I still keep road atlases in my vehicles. I don't trust
Me
that
too.
GPS thing.
Yep, I've got a drawer with them with maps in it. It's like just in case.
I like to navigate my own way.
These days, I don't go in many places that I just don't have. I don't need the GPS. I don't need a map anymore because all the roads I'm running, I've pretty much run them all already. I know where I'm going. The only reason I use Google Maps for is when there's a specific address that, like, I'm going where in Merritt now? Oh, I have to go down that no truck allowed? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to back a Super Bee down that way, down one full block and into the construction site. Ooh, that's where Google Maps comes in super handy. Quite often the customer goes, holy smokes, you made it in here the first time. Normally people are all screwed up. I'm like, yeah, I Google mapped it first. I knew the layout of the land before I got here. And
It's
I
a
read the
tool.
signs that
It's a
said don't
guide.
enter.
It's a tool. It's a guide.
Yeah.
You use it to help you, but you don't fully depend on it.
Yep. Tell your Google Maps where you're going and then go check the route it's taking you on. Don't just blindly now follow that route. Because it has helped me out. I've been running a certain road, many years running that same road, and then all of a sudden I Google mapped it and it gives me a different route and tells me that route's half an hour shorter. I'm like, no. I'm like, trucks are allowed on that road? Yeah, okay, let's go try it. I'm like, darn it. All these years I could have been bypassing downtown and taking this road around. So it is handy. All right, my departure has been delayed. I'm gonna try to join.
Give me a little more wiggle room here. Oh, Jess is helping me.
Huh?
We're gonna get these fields done yet, one way or another.
Duke parking in somebody else's field again, or parking on top of crop.
Well,
Duke.
it was a little. It was parked
Duke.
on the road, but it's a little tight there.
Duke. Duke always parking in the way.
Jess can reposition it.
Jess is like, just harvest another headland and then it'll fit. Just coming to the table with common sense. Come on, Duke.
I mean, I thought I was a stickler for reality, but oh my god, I think you got me beat. How much is too much reality in a game?
Until it feels like it's real. I imagine VR. There will come a time where VR feels as real as real life does. Long hauler. I never gave Duke permission to join voice, so I don't think you have to ask for permission.
No, it just works with the game itself.
It's just in-game voice. We're not doing Discord, just in-game. Well, we're far enough here. I think I'm going to cut more grass. I could collect bales.
The trickiest part, because you got a little bit of a delay, is to try not to talk over over his when he's talking, but sometimes I do it by accident because you got that little bit of you got like a 2 or 3 second delay.
That's a thing. Just like long distance phone calls.
Yeah.
So you turn ATS settings where it uses air pressure. So when you hit the brakes, your air pressure actually goes down. So you're playing ATS as realistically as the game will let you. So yeah, if you use too much, if you hit the brakes too much, your air pressure will actually get low. I like that. Duke thinks we play too realistically. Rocket comes along and goes, I play even more realistically. Rocket's like, I got both of you beat.
I mean, it sounds good on paper, but there's so many flaws and things with this game yet that sometimes you just can't, you know.
I'm using GPS in 1959.
Exactly.
I've gotten in trouble for that. Some people say that I'm breaking the rules. So I think we all just have slightly different descriptions on how realistic we want to go.
Well, here's my excuse. I just say they're my rules, so I can break them.
You can break your own rules. Well, I literally have a soundbite for when somebody does the GPS. So I literally made the soundbite just for that when people comment about GPS.
Well, back in my day, GPS was a fence post on the far side of the field, you know?
That sound clip was made just for people that say, wait, you're using GPS in 1959? The game just plays so much better with GPS. I don't know how console players did it before FS25.
No, there's GPS all the way back in FS19, I think.
No, not for console players.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, console, yeah, you're right.
So, Rocket, when air pressure is low, your brakes lock up, right? Oh. I think owner is long hauler. So long hauler, let's look at your voice. I'm running low on fuel. Let's just see. Volume is 100%. Okay, so I have your volume at 100%.
He might have to adjust his volume.
Yep. You'll want to go to settings and have your voice recording volume. You can crank that up to 150%. You might want to do that.
And I know for sure you got to turn down the game sound, because when I play with my headphones, my headset, it is way too loud for me to hear. I usually turn that down to like 40.
I've got my master volume to 20, vehicle volume 30, environment 70. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Juan's got his turned down further than mine even.
Yeah, and then
the game is way too loud.
And then voice recording and voice chat. Voice recording is your own microphone.
It can be a little finicky getting it adjusted and set up, but once you got it locked in, it usually stays pretty good.
So, Rocket, I've had that problem in real life. When I blew an airline, all of a sudden the truck doesn't have enough air for me to move the truck. So I was on the road stuck, so I had to go crawl underneath the truck, pinch off the airline that was leaking, and it wasn't a brake airline, so I didn't have to cage the brakes, but and then move the truck off the road and then go fix the actual airline. I've never had to cage a brake yet. I've got a couple of extra caging bolts underneath the sleeper just in case the ones in the brake pods are seized in there. If it was my own truck and trailer, I would take every single caging bolt off the brake pods and put it inside my truck. Because I see how those caging bolts get rusted onto those brake pods. I'm like, they're bolted on there for emergency, but they're useless in emergency. So I have a couple of extra caging bolts underneath the bunk. Never needed them, but they are there. If you're not a trucker, you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say a caging bolt. And unless you really want to know, we'll just leave it there. And if you're interested, then I'll have to try to explain it.
We can hear you, but just barely. I barely heard you, but I did hear you.
I didn't, but I'm deaf.
How about now?
I heard it about now. Very quiet, but I heard it about now.
I have it turned all the way up to auto.
Jess says, eat the microphone. That's what I always told Jess. It's like, eat the microphone. Put the microphone closer.
Along with turning it up in the game, you might have to turn it up in your sound settings too to give it a little more.
Yeah. Anyways, Rocket. All right. Thanks, Rocket. Thanks for dropping in.
I had someone do that once on my channel. I said, yeah, just turn it up a little bit. And a few minutes later, hello, can you hear me? And I was like, oh, no, you got to go the other way a little bit.
That's when I tell people, just leave it there and let me adjust I can turn it down on my end. And JJ, everybody's leaving. Pizza's not even here yet, guys. We're having a pizza party and everybody's leaving. And long haulers, how long till pizza? Long haulers just barely going to get to join before the stream ends.
Yeah, but at least you'll be all set up for next time.
Pizza apparently is not supposed to get here until 1:12 right now, so we have a little bit of time. That's their estimate. Apparently, Red Tomato Pies is busy today. Oh, right, I'm running low on fuel. Keep forgetting. I think we have barley saved for chicken feed. I think we put a full load of barley.
Oh, that is so close. Ugh. I don't want to just have to come back one more time. I'm gonna if I can adjust that just a tickle to get the whole thing.
I think you can do whatever you want with the wheat for flour or whatever production. If I played this game, there would be no production. I would just be farming the stuff and just selling all the grains directly to selling points at the best prices. I'm not really...
Sorry, Jess. There's going to be one little strip left. It just wasn't quite narrow enough for me to get it. One tiny little itsy-bitsy strip left.
No, that's all the...
All right, what do you need?
I don't know what I need. You could...
Probably have them rake hay for you, or rake grass.
You could rake grass. You could windrow. You could... We don't need straw. So that's just going to be disked over. You could start, well, you probably want to lime those fields before we disk them. So you could lime the fields that have just been harvested.
I learned something with precision farming. You're better off liming and fertilizing after the crop is put in. This is what I learned. You get better results that way. I know it's not. I know it's unrealistic, but that's how the mod works.
That's how the mod works?
Yeah, because otherwise the mod doesn't know what you're using, because every crop has a different pH level, nitrogen level.
Yeah.
The game doesn't know what to do until the crop, until it knows what crop is in there.
So the way I thought the mod works, if you do nitrogen or lime, which is pH, if you do that without what the crop needs, it'll just go maximum lime level. Oh yeah, and so if like a crop like soybean, whatever, does their own, yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
So you're actually wasting lime.
Yes, you can grab another combine. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Jess is saying she's jumping out of the combine to do production. Okay. So Jess is no longer running the combine. You can run the combine too if you wanted to.
Yeah, there's a red one. And the next... Yeah,
we have 4 combines, so...
Yeah.
Duke doesn't want to talk about the green ones, but there are green ones.
No, there's no green combines. Those are just decorative items only.
Yes. Yes. We just have to keep enough barley till the sorghum is ready. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, as long as we have enough chicken feed till next month. But then after that, we can actually take the barley out of the storage and bring that to the flour mill too. Because sorghum is all going to chicken feed. We need to do sorghum every year, and chickens eat a lot of food.
You must have a lot of chickens.
I do. Just wants more. Just wants more eggs. Do ducks make eggs? Why don't you Google that? Oh, because we could just start selling all the ducks and then have more chicken. Just is saying, long hauler, turn around. There's a field right behind you. I don't know what that means, but apparently long hauler, turn around. There's a field to harvest behind you.
Yep, that's the canola.
If we get too much flour, we just sell it. Yeah, we need a lot of flour for all the pancakes and donuts and cookies. Oh shoot! My fuel is now in the red. I'm glad I got those beeps to keep reminding me. I keep forgetting. I get distracted easily. You definitely, I see a lot of squirrels.
Where's he going?
Long hauler is lost.
Or he's gonna start in a different area. Yeah, the field to the right. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Hey Ben,
Okay,
we
that's
are
okay.
currently on FS22 today. I don't have
I
my
always like to
thingy
go
up.
around the outside. I always like to go around the outside of the field a couple times, and then I go the straight lines. But no, that's okay. You can do it that way too. Juan don't care as long as it gets harvested.
As long as it's harvested somewhat realistically. But it is multiplayer,
What
Ben.
is- What is real? How do you define
What
real?
is real? What is the ultimate question to everything?
You take the red pill or the blue pill?
So that was an interesting test they did. Here's the question. Here's the morality question. If you take the red pill, how do I, okay. Okay, so if you take the red pill,
This is gonna get deep.
yeah, no, I'm just trying to remember. I don't want to say it wrong. If you take the blue pill, okay. Okay, here we go. If you take the red pill and over 50% of the people took the red pill as well, everybody lives. If you take the blue pill, and if over 50% of people take the blue pill, 50%, or everybody that took the blue pill survives, everybody that took the red pill dies. Do you take the blue pill or the red pill? So if you take the blue pill, you're guaranteed to live, but everybody that took the red pill dies. If you take the red pill and over 50% of the people took the red pill, everybody survives. Which pill do you take? So one pill, if over 50% of people took that pill, nobody dies. Everybody survives. But if you take the blue pill, you're guaranteed to survive. But everybody that took the red pill will die.
I'm gonna mess up everything. What if you take neither pill?
You have to take one.
What if you take both?
The right answer
I like to
is
think-
the right
I
answer
like to
is
think-
take the blue pill and kill
What if you
the
take both pills?
take the blue pill and kill anyone that took the red pill. That is the right answer. Why is that the right answer? Because anybody that thinks logically realizes that people are selfish and will always pick for themselves. So when they did the survey and questioned people, sure enough, people chose to make sure they survive more often than the group survived. Having said that, 30% of the people died. 30% of the people were not greedy and wanted everyone to survive. So the answer is take the blue pill, but 30% of the population is guaranteed to die in the survey. So there's no real right answer, because if you take the red pill, you are going to die.
That's like the same logic with the train track one. Do you switch the track
Yeah.
and run over all these people, or do you switch it to run the train off a cliff? Logic.
Yep. Which one's the morally
Like-
correct answer, right?
And there isn't one.
I have an answer to that. So let's say the train is going to hit 3 people on the track. You could switch the train and it's only going to hit 1 person. My answer is you never hit the switch. Because now you are choosing to kill the 1 person. If you don't hit the switch, that was always going to be the result with your input or without your input. But you do kill 3 people instead of 2, or instead of 1. So yeah, there is no real right answer, but that is my answer. My answer is, if I hadn't been there, this would have happened. That's probably the right call to make.
I was getting my GPS locked in. Apparently I wasn't fast enough. I was getting the horn honked at me.
Whose long hauler was honking at you?
Yep, I wasn't fast enough getting my GPS lined up.
Poor
He
Duke.
wants to get this harvesting done now.
Poor Duke.
Yeah, away. This field's gonna take a while. This is a big field.
That's a small field compared to some. Wait till next month. Sorghum is. Then that's a big field. You might actually accept the green combine on there if a third person or fourth person wants to run.
Are the headers on the green combines a little wider than the red
Nope.
ones?
Same width. Exactly the
Same.
same width.
Same.
The green combine just holds 100 liters more than the red one. It's the only difference.
Ooh, Jess is coming back just in the nick of time with the other truck.
And the green ones, you're not forced to make that swath. You can let the straw spread out. Jess is out, so you guys can move the trailers where you want. She's working on production.
I see how you are, Duke. You took my line.
Oh. Well, you can have it back because I'm full.
Long hauler just comes in
It's
and
yours now.
long hauler just comes in and right away is disgruntled. Unbelievable. Oh wait, long hauler is being nice to me. Wait.
Oops, 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 oops.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Of course I'm disgruntled. I'm a truck driver.
I'm not disgruntled. I'm a truck driver. Am I doing something wrong? Jess says I got pretty spicy yesterday. Well, that's true. I reported the
Leaving
dude
your
to DOT.
Leaving your brights on.
Oh yeah, I definitely left. You know what? No, it was worse than that. I not only left my brights on, I took those super high driving lights, those super illegal bright LED lights. I turned those on too.
Ooh.
I was definitely an asshole there, but not until he was an asshole to me.
I just heard someone tell a joke the other day. It's like, are you an a-hole? I'm like, no, I'm a hemorrhoid. I irritate a-holes. I thought that was a good one.
I like that.
You have to remember that one.
Long hauler, what about people driving behind you with their brights on?
That's in case you want to read.
Oh, I hate that when if you're bobtail especially, and they're right on your backside, and they're swerving slightly so they catch your mirrors with their bright.
I have a solution for that. I have 4 LED lights rear facing.
Ooh.
I have 4 rear facing spotlight LEDs. They're like work lights. I just click those on. Boy, oh boy, do those high beams turn off fast.
You're still nicer than me.
Because they're not expecting the sun all of a sudden in their face, rear facing in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, all they see is just light in front of them.
I tend to bump the Jakes in that situation because it doesn't light up the brake lights.
Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden they catch themselves right on your bumper. Yep, especially if you're empty or light, those Jakes will slow you down very quick. Yeah, they can surprise you behind if all of a sudden. There's some trucking companies, if your Jakes are on, the brake light's gonna come on. I think it's like a Volvo or something. There's some trucks that will now, when you turn the Jakes on, the brake lights will come on. So it looks like this dude going down the mountain is dragging his brakes all the way down the mountain, but it's just his Jakes.
I'm
My
sure
truck's
Sorry, dude. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there's some smart truckers out there that figured out a way to disable that feature.
There's always a way of disabling features. Like the backup beeper. Forget that.
I was gonna say my truck's an older glider, so
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of newer fancy features.
No DEF. Well, did your truck have DEF or is it a delete?
No, it's a glider. It didn't have DEF from
It
the
was-
start.
Yeah, it's old enough that it didn't have it. Yeah. DEF is a whole scam anyway in the first place. European trucks can run without it and be more friendly to the environment than our trucks. So
Now, that's the company truck I'm running. I do have my own truck, but it's kind of in kit form. I'm working on bit and piecing it together.
I think that's how most owner operators are.
Now, my truck's a 2000 International 9200.
Okay. I ran a ProStar for
So-
a couple of years there.
She's pre-def, pre-ELD.
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that. If your truck's old enough, you can't even do an ELD on it.
What the heck is going on here?
So you're still on paper logs.
Something's going on here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I'm running under short haul exemption. What's wrong, dude?
Oh, I'm full. That's the problem. I was like, why can't I turn my harvester on?
I
yeah,
have
these
ma-
little suckers fill up quick.
Yes, they do. Yep. Especially on the bigger fields, you can't even get to one end, right? It's like, oh, they're full again. I can't wait till a bigger combine. Just for capacity. The John Deeres that we have had a huge capacity, but I got just to edit the mod. I'm like, that's not realistic. It's like modern combines can't hold that much capacity, let alone one from 1959. It's like, had to research, and I'm like, how much could that combine have actually held? And it's like, okay, Jess, edit it to this. I love the big capacity, but let's make it like a real one.
Well, now that I got the headlands, we got the headlands opened up, I think I'm just gonna pick a side, one side or the other, and then do the meet in the middle thing again.
Alright, that'll work. Which side do you want?
Well, as long as I'm heading that way, I guess I'll go to the other side. But you know what? I might as well take a...
Duke just doesn't want to be accused of stealing a line again.
No. I might as well take out another line on my way back.
Might be red tomato pies.
But,
Juan, I didn't need an ELD anyways. I'm on short haul exemption.
Yeah, yeah. My brother was doing the same thing. When I know James got called into the scale a couple times, going, "Hey, where's your log?" And it's like, I don't need one. I'm exempt. I don't need a logbook. Farmers are exempt
Yeah,
as
the
well.
scale houses don't like it.
And then if you own the rig and you own the trailer and you're transporting your own stuff, like I saw a dude on YouTube where he got pulled into the scale, or he blew past the scale, and he has a car hauler on the back. It's all his own cars for car shows. Like, he's one of these rich car show guys. And he got pulled over and he's like, well, I don't legally need to go into the scale. I'm not for hire. And the guy's like, what about all the cars in the back? And he goes, they're all my cars. So he had to go prove that they're all his stuff, and then goes, okay. the scale guy goes, maybe in the future just pull through the scale anyway, and then you won't get chased down every time, because you are going to get chased down every time. Because if you blow past the scale with a bunch of show cars on the back, you are going to get pulled over. Even though legally you don't have to. It sure looks like you're guilty.
It was the same for me with Farmer, and I never had to get a CDL.
Yeah, farmers are exempt for CDLs, and also permits. You can be oversized, and as long as it's your farming, like bales and stuff, that you're exempt.
I don't know if it's still that way, but yeah, back in the 90s, you pretty much got away with everything.
No! No! Guys, you know what this is? It came with a pizza, apparently. It was on at the door. They didn't knock. I'll open it.
Did we get at least a free preview?
I guess I have to put it on.
You got to test to make sure it fits.
The rule was I start the next stream with it, so I guess tonight I have to wear it. Oh God, it's awful. Still not. Hopefully it doesn't fit. Oh, I hope this doesn't fit. Oh, hang on, I got it. It's really weird shape because it's been squished.
I'm sure Jess will make it fit. Oh, that is perfect.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Oh my God. What do you mean make it look better? How else do I wear this? You want it to be sit lower? Jess wants it to sit lower. I think this is fine. Oh my God, I hate you guys. Okay, hang on. I guess we have to add it to the wheel. What do we call it? Oop. I can't hear Duke or anything when I'm in there, but what do I call? Tell me in chat or in the live stream chat. What do we call this? Flower crown? And we're definitely going to make this black because I don't... Look how narrow it is. Can we leave it that narrow? Or does it have to be the same size? Okay, let's move this away from other blacks to be less chance of having to... Oops. Yeah, let's go a little further. There we go. Now it's like in the third. Okay. A wreath, flower wreath. Okay. That might be, oops, I didn't want to spin the wheel. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Flower wreath. James Perry says we should call it a flower wreath. Moose! Moose! That's on the tricorn, huh? Doesn't count. Moose is on a field trip to Frankenmuth. I've never been to Frankenmuth, but we've been close. Hang on, wreath. Flower wreath. All right. Flower wreath is now on the board, and the next live stream will start with me wearing it. Navi says yay. Or Jess is, oh, it unties so I can make it different sizes. She wants it to sit lower on my head. Okay, but pizza is here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Long Hauler and Duke. I was gonna say what's your face, but Duke, for joining in and harvesting so much of the fields.
I'm almost to the end of the field here because I know you said we have to get out of vehicles before we exit the game. Others that causes a conflict.
No, that's not the conflict.
Oh?
No, you're fine. You can exit the game in your vehicle. The conflict is when people stay in their vehicle and then leave their computer but stay in the game.
Oh.
Go BRB,
Gotcha.
but they stayed in the combine. And then somebody else comes along and goes, hey, this combine's in the way, but somebody is literally away from the keyboard and we can't do anything about it. We have to kick the people out of the game to do that. That's where the conflict is. It's a people problem, not a game problem. But thank you. I appreciate all the harvesting and farming help, the free slave labor, and thank you so much for all the donations too. Long hauler, thank you so much for putting me in this hat, not this hat, the other hat a couple of times. The derby, you put me in that hat a couple of times. I appreciate that. And then Joey and Wes Kootenay for spinning the wheel a whole bunch of times. As fun as it was torturing me there, I do appreciate the support, even if it was torturing me. So thank you. Even Michael spun the wheel, so thank you. But for now, I'm going to go enjoy this red tomato pie. This was a fun one. I'll be on later on today if at all possible I can make it. I'm going to go do laundry now, and then I'll try to be on later on tonight and play some SnowRunner. Even if it's only like an hour or something, I'll try to be on later for SnowRunner. So make sure you hit those notifications on your YouTube, and best case is join our Discord, and then we send out a message of everybody on Discord when we go live. So join us on Discord, and then you guaranteed not to miss when any of us three of us go live. So either Jess, James, or myself. So, but for now, this is awesome. This is a good day. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. You guys absolutely rock. Sure.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Nom, 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 nom.
Bye.